Yo, my name is Vince, and this is Raminisce Podcast.
Why you look at me, dude? Hell no. Hold on.
Yo, my name is Vince, and this is Raminisce Podcast. Come check us out on our Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. You can support the podcast by sending us a gift through our Venmo. Now let's get to the episode. Nah, man, what the fuck?
I told you, I'm mentally growing, man, a lot.
That's good. We might have to start with that then. That's what we're gonna do,
we're good, bro.
Your quote for the day.
We're good, bro.
I'm mentally growing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro.
Man, let's start this then. Yo, my name is Vince. This is Reminisce Podcast. I think this is episode 49. Because I think the last one was 48.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know?
Yeah.
And today we got a guest, our boy Nevin right here.
What's up?
Nevin, he had a podcast called the Late Night Talk Podcast. So we did that for a minute. You know, we're just trying to get to know him. All I know is this dude got a master's degree. That's what I be bragging to these guys about, dude. Like, dude, that boy is smart as hell.
Thanks. No,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that smart, but you know,
Bro.
it's just a degree, man.
You sent a resume in, man.
Hey, it was either.
We were like, dang, this dude's serious.
Well, that's the thing. I wasn't close with you know. So it's like, all right, do I treat it like a real job or just say, hey, can I join?
Oh yeah.
So it's
I mean, it was a smart move. Smart
professionally
move.
or unprofessionally.
Professionally, smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move, dude. We definitely took that as like, all right, we gotta step
Yeah.
it up.
Like, oh,
we gotta
shit.
step it up.
We gotta
bro.
start getting this serious.
Yep.
So just so y'all know, Nevin is our newest member to the podcast. So, you know, he's gonna be here helping out, just kind of chit chatting with us, give us a different perspective because he's a little younger than us. He's a little younger than us. You know, he has a little different background, so it might give it a different perspective and help us like the conversation move a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty sure. You know, like the chemistry right now, since we were talking in the background, I think it's pretty good. You know, we're
Sure,
have fun,
sure.
bro. All right, time out real quick. You want to turn off that mic just so we don't have less
It is off.
background?
Yeah, it is off.
Oh, is it? I turned it on.
Oh,
it
you
on.
turn it on.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah. Turn it
I was
off.
like, why does it work?
Because
Why
I
is it
can
not
hear
working?
us.
Yeah, I
echo.
can hear
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Shit,
how
my
they-
bad.
I was
Turn
like,
it
wait,
off.
what the heck?
Oh, shit, my bad.
Yeah.
We'll just keep that in.
Okay.
We'll just keep that in.
All right.
But yeah, no, like what we're talking about, you know, like Nevin, why don't you tell us about your podcast too? Because
Yeah, dude. I wanted
Yeah.
to know. Like, I didn't have time to do research.
for some that don't know about it, you know, what you and your co-host, you know, you guys talked about.
Yeah.
How was it?
So the podcast was called the Late Night Talks Podcast. So me and my buddy, we were, you know, been close since elementary, and then you know in college we became roommates too. You know, every night or mostly every night we be talking like, you know, just random stuff like you do with buddies
Yeah.
sleepovers.
Is,
You know,
So is
Yeah.
is it just you two?
yeah, it was just
okay.
us two. And we be talking a lot. You know, I was like, damn, like just one day I was like, damn, should we start a podcast?
yeah.
But then I was like, man, I'm too busy with school, so fuck it. So then I think it was after we graduated, I told him, hey, like we should actually just start a podcast. And then he was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So we did, you know, we started out with just audio, and then we started going forward with video. And then we did you know, some episodes with some guests as well, like a DJ, barber, and all this stuff, because we really wanted like different kind of people from different backgrounds. And so we did that for like a year at least. And then I got busier with school again, and then I know he's working and all that stuff too. And then he wanted to go a different path, so I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, there's no beef for sure. You know, there's
That's
no
good.
beef.
That's good.
So I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, but
Yeah,
I told
like-
him,
like
I told him, hey, if we're not gonna do this, I'm gonna join this podcast. He's like, yeah, that's fine.
Well, thank you for, you know,
Hell yeah.
like, coming to us, man. Honestly, we're not that good, but, you know.
Oh no. you
No,
guys
we
are
were
cool.
impressed. Like, resume don't mean shit.
He was
You know what I mean?
impressive, you know?
I was like, holy fuck. What the fuck you doing, Casey? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I was like tripping on all y'all. I was like, Justin, you ain't do shit, you know? John, you ain't do shit. Yeah, none of y'all went to school. Both of y'all, you know, I mean,
Bro.
we all
This
going to
dude-
school now.
this
Wait,
dude
no, I'm
blasting
just talking
us,
shit.
man.
I'm just talking shit.
Talk shit.
No. Everybody gone to school, though. Like, we had an episode about it. I went in carpentry. Josh's
Yeah.
going to school right now, and Justin's about to go to school. So
Yeah,
no, everybody's doing good.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Justin's
went back
actually
to school
going
to
back to
go.
school?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
going
I
back to
didn't
school.
know.
All of us went back to school and like.
I know you did. I remember the episode.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But,
Yeah.
Justin's planning to go to school now.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. But one thing I say, so dude, I think if y'all would have started in college though, the podcast, dude, it would have probably been
Yeah.
off, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we both chose hard majors, so
yeah.
we were always busy.
What'd he choose?
He was a bio major,
Dang.
so
Yeah.
that's and he planned to go to like doctor school or medical school.
Yeah.
So he did that, and I've seen their work. And being a bio major is a lot of work too.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, so if you're a bio major, you're most likely going to some kind of medical.
You don't never them go with Stanford?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, I'm in this.
No,
I even applied to one of those big colleges, but
Did
I
you?
didn't get in. Yeah, because I was in fucking Avid.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know Avid in high school?
Yeah, the program.
Yeah, like so Avid is basically you're in this class and they just teach you how to do college
It's
notes
like-
and
it
all
was like
this
college
stuff.
It's
prep.
future.
Yeah, college- yeah,
it's
it's
like
like, yeah.
future.
It's like a
yeah.
college prep thing.
And then you get
whatever, yeah.
4 colleges to apply for free.
Okay.
Because some applications or most applications is you gotta pay.
Yeah.
So we chose 4, and most of us in class we were like, "Hey, fuck it, let's just fucking apply to one big school." So I applied to fucking Harvard. I
Oh
didn't
man,
get in.
Did you?
Yeah,
Should've-
I didn't
Dude,
get
look, that essay must have been
Yeah.
immaculate, dude. Like, you gotta write that shit.
in.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then Avid or not U of M.
Yeah.
U of M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some other schools, and then I didn't get into any of them except for one. So
What school did you go to?
Augsburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you were like on the honors roll and everything, right?
No, I wasn't like in college.
Yeah.
No, not really. In summer, in the
Okay.
summer I was,
Okay.
but like I don't really count summer because like summer is so easy.
Yeah.
Summer school.
Summer school is summer school, huh?
Yeah.
What'd you go to school for?
Damn. I was a math major,
Yeah.
and I had a minor in MIS.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was gonna have 3 minors.
Okay. For
I was,
real?
Yeah, I was gonna have 3 minors: statistics, business analytics, and then the MIS one. But then I talked to my supervisor. He was like, "No, you got to take like these extra classes to get the other 2." But then the last one, the MIS one, you're good. I'm like, man, no, I'm good. Like I don't want to take any more classes. It costs a lot of money,
Right.
and for one of the minors, one of the classes you have to travel to a different college to take that class.
Right.
So I was like, nah, I'm good. So I just dropped those 2 and just stick with my one.
Okay.
Smart move, man.
Yeah, because it was my senior year too.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
man, no, I'm trying to relax. Like I'm done. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
done soon. So.
Your senior year in college, right?
Yeah, college.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. When I went to college, it wasn't necessary. You know how like you got friends that go to college right after high school and shit. Did you do that? No, you didn't do that. You waited a little bit, right?
No, I went straight away.
You went straight away, dude.
Oh, did
Yeah,
He's
if
young,
you're
he's young,
an
dude,
avid,
man.
you're an avid. You have to go.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah.
that program is literally helps you to get into college.
Yeah, so so it makes sense for you to go right away. Okay. Yes.
I actually did in high school. I actually quit that class.
Did you?
But then I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. That's
Yeah.
a smart move too. You know what I mean? That's one. I just caught myself. Mother effers. But yeah, no. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say that like I didn't go to school right away, right after high school because my thing was just like everyone's going. Me personally, I felt like dang man, everybody's going. I'm not going. Shit. At the same time, I didn't know what I want to do. So I just kind of hang out for a bit and then try to figure that out. I thought about being a vet tech for a little bit, but the starting pay was not there, and going to school is expensive for it. So I'm like, man, that's not it. Eventually, I just settled down to carpentry, but I didn't even need to go to school for carpentry. Like what we were talking about earlier, I could just got experience and just moved up,
I mean, even if you went to school for it, I mean that's still good.
It's a good like foundation point.
It's good on
you know what I mean?
paper when you're applying for work and stuff. Then people can look at it like,
Depends.
well, yeah, but then they do like managers do look at like, oh, he's got a certificate. You know, like
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Like
it happens. Dude, like how we were when he applied.
You right.
Yeah,
You right. Yeah. This guy.
Just imagine, like you don't have no degree, you apply there, and then you have a someone who has a certificate or degree, and they apply. They're gonna choose that person with a certificate or
Yeah, you're
degree.
right.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
But at the same
it
time-
matters, bro.
You
It
right.
matters.
You right.
Yeah.
You right. You
At
right.
the same time, it does matter.
Yeah.
The experience matters too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If anybody applied to this, dude, I need a fucking editor, dude. That's it. I don't need no fucking application, dude. We got plenty of dudes just talking shit, dude. I need a fucking editor. But yeah, no, that's cool, man. So let's get into like, I don't know, you had something else about school or whatever?
Nah, man, I'm good on it. I just, I mean, I do have my opinions and say, but I feel like I've talked about it on like previous episodes, so yeah, we're good.
Okay. No, but the other thing I was just gonna go into was like kind of like let's talk about your upbringing.
My upbringing.
Yeah, let's reminisce with that.
All right, I'll start when I was born. I was born in Point.
Dude, you ever seen that TikTok video where the dude was like, no, the cop was like, start from the beginning. He's like, okay, all right. In the beginning, there was God.
Yeah.
And then she's like, not that far back.
I saw that when he got pulled over and shit. So dumb.
I was like, that's legit funny, dude.
But were you like born in Minnesota?
No, I was born in Wisconsin.
Oh,
Point,
yeah,
in
Israel.
Point.
Oh, okay.
Stevens Point.
Stevens Point.
Yeah.
Stevens Point.
And then I lived there for a while, and then my parents wanted to move to Minnesota,
Okay.
so I moved over here. So I moved around a little bit in Minnesota. And then I moved around a lot, and from like Brooklyn Center to Maple Grove to Columbia Heights, Little Canada.
Single
and then-
child?
No, I have a sister.
Oh, older sister? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, younger sister.
Younger? Okay.
Yeah, she's only like 3 years younger.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And yeah, so, and then now we're in the city right now, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
ain't got to say
Yeah.
that. No,
You don't have
good.
to.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so now we're really just chilling right now. So
Okay, cool, man. Yeah. How old are your parents?
my parents are young.
Young?
Yeah, they're around the 40s.
Oh, damn, that
That
is
was
young.
young. That was like older cousins' age. you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
dude. Yeah, that's it. That is young, dude.
Yeah.
So
And
you
older
So
siblings.
was your
Oh, look who's here.
Look who's here. Yeah.
What's up, big boy?
I know, dude.
Came around in time. Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to turn on your mic, man.
Yeah, turn your mic, bro.
Do you want beer, big boy?
The hero
Yeah, man. It's just the
You hear me?
beginning. Yeah,
Huh?
we hear you.
in the Meningi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Benigi.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Chad just showed up on the pod for those who just listening. He was petting dogs all fucking day, dude.
hey. That's the best.
That's the best
thing
job
about my
ever.
job,
Best
man.
job I know.
Dude, I get that. I get that because they have that. So where I work at, they started bringing in dogs because they're so stressful.
Oh, we do that too.
Yeah.
For real?
So, like, yeah.
No,
So
that is actually a good thing.
Yeah,
so I'm
so-
hearing people starting to do that.
About
Yeah.
complain my job.
because it's like a stress-free,
Yeah.
like just like
Animal helps with people's
Yeah.
like stress and anxiety type of
yeah,
thing.
because especially like with dogs. Dogs are, I mean, just dogs in general, just like loving creatures. They're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, hey,
Yeah.
you know, like so that when they go, they're like, oh man, I don't have to think about where. Just
Yeah.
good pet. Yeah, they have we have like an hour every month. That
They
bring dogs.
bring like
basically.
a kind of like happiness, kind of like oh hi, like just to play. They-
Like you get to pet, play
It's
with the
cheerful.
dog. Yeah.
For us, we have dogs, cats, and massages.
Oh
Damn.
wow, Jesus.
I'm not gonna apply.
Hold on. I'm gonna apply to your place. Hey,
But you gotta
I'm
pay for it though.
I'm
you gotta pay.
but it's I think it's
it's part of your
decent,
paycheck.
You know.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's not part.
Did you
of the
take it
paycheck.
out? Did you take it off your paycheck?
No,
Can
you
they
gotta
do
pay
that?
them. I don't think so. No, you just but
For the
yeah.
petting a dog?
no for the massages.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Just for the massages.
Oh,
but the
okay,
dogs
okay.
and the cats is for sure free.
Oh, okay.
And then when they do other things too, like they walk around, they what is it? Pickleball.
Pickleball. Yeah.
I heard that's big now. We supposed.
I
to
heard that's pretty big. A lot of
Yeah.
people are doing it.
They're doing it over because it's like it's better than tennis because they're not as what do you call it, like super like jumping back and forth because the ring's a little smaller, I think.
But you know what though? I do hear that tennis people don't like that sport because it's a fake sport.
Yeah, they say it degrades
weak
them.
as
Yeah,
shit.
it
I'm
degrades
like,
them.
yeah.
What the
It's
fuck
like-
is this?
Because it's
What
it's
kind
a ping pong.
of Timu looking sport is
It's so
this?
stupid. You know, they plan to build one outside my shop too for the company. I'm like, man, we don't need this here.
For pickleball?
Yeah.
Oh, really? They're gonna do that
Wow.
over there?
Yeah, at my place, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about? Right outside, yeah, right
know what you're
outside
talking
there.
about.
No, you good.
That's
Right,
good.
right outside there. I'm like, Why? We don't need this shit.
For mine,
Is it for?
Yeah, it's well, not. It's okay. I'll blank it.
Yeah.
But then yeah, it's for them.
It's not for you.
No, it's not for us.
They don't care about y'all.
I don't need that shit. I just step out and smoke. That's it. Or vape. You know what I mean? But yeah, go on.
Nah, man. I think you should go try it. You lose some weight.
Bitch,
At least.
I lost a lot of weight. Right?
No, you did not, dude.
Calm down, bro.
Dude, your stomach got
Calm-
bigger every
calm
time I
down.
see you.
What are you talking about all this, dude?
Yeah.
We talking about
Just
Nevin.
because
Okay?
you
It's not
got
about me. bitch.
you healthier, bro.
for us, we also have a arcade room.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
have
yeah.
that in the lunch
Oh
room.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
pinball, air hockey.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like we have a bunch of ethnic race in our place. Dude. They destroyed everything, dude. We had an arcade, and they like broke the controller. We had a basketball net in our lunchroom, like a little mini one. They broke.
Wait, what type of arcade though? Is it like the one at like where Best
Like,
Buy sells, and
where
it's
no-
like those little
It's an actual like game slot machine, like a game like you've been to the arcade,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in the '90s.
Yeah, you know those are
retro.
huge.
Yeah, retro. Yeah, they had those like 4 of them lined up.
But you know how like Best Buy they selling those mini arcades at like what,
Oh.
$200-$300?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm talking about they had like Street Fighter,
Like the old school.
Street Fighter.
Oh, so they have
Yeah,
the actual
yeah.
arcade.
Shit,
We had like
Damn.
a corner in the lunchroom. Again, a certain ethnic group broke it, and so then like
No respect for it.
dude, for real.
That's racist.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
not
I
racist.
didn't mention
fucked up, dude.
our ethnicity. I'm just saying.
No, man. Fucked up, dude. But go on.
We'll talk about that after this.
Yeah, we'll
but
talk about
All right,
that.
I'll give you a hint. The bathroom just filled.
Nah, you gotta say all
I
the
that.
bathroom
know
just
exactly
filled
who we
with
talk-
water.
I know
Just filled
exactly
with
who we
water.
talking about without you saying anything.
Filled
It's
with water,
same thing
bro.
in my workplace.
I
Okay,
go swimming when I
My
go
workplace-
like,
We gotta say all this, bitch. Damn. But
that's
okay.
yeah, but my workplace kind of like it's the same thing. They're multi-billionaire company, but they buy those retro gaming arcade. I have Street Fighter, there's Pac-Man.
yeah, same here.
And all that, and they have that little table tennis, and they have there's an actual basketball hoop.
yeah.
But they kept playing it and kept like throwing
they
it
broke-
nonstop
they
without
broke it.
respectfully
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Dude, it just the scoreboard just messed up.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
know.
how they did it because this one day I seen them play. They was just like throwing it out. So I'm like, dude, that's why it's broken, man. I was shooting,
Dude,
trying
they
to compete.
full force. Toss that, dude.
Who's they, huh?
You got me. Yeah,
No, I'll tell you straight up though. It was this one Hmong dude, okay? He was kicking the big ass, the fucking yoga ball and shit.
Racist against
Oh,
our own.
okay.
I don't give a fuck, dude. It was
Thank
fucked
you
up.
for
I
being
was,
honest.
I was being hell yeah, I'm honest about shit. You know what I mean? I never lie. I keep telling all y'all. I don't
Bullshit,
lie.
dude,
I don't lie.
lie
It was
all the
straight
time.
up Hmong dude. I was fucking
realest
pissed.
dude
He's
ever.
old as shit too, yo.
Yeah.
And then like I was going to a fitness room because I go there to take my private shit, right? Because no one goes in there just to take shit.
I get that, man.
Yeah.
I get that. Like you have a certain bathroom that
Yeah,
you always go
no
to.
one goes in
It's
there
like
just
the cleanest one.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I go in there, right? And as I'm going towards this fitness room, right? This old ass dude kicking the ball hard as hell, and it's hitting like the dumbbell rack and shit. You just kicking it.
This dude just kicking it. Doesn't matter where it
Yeah,
hit.
I'm just like, what the fuck? And then he saw me, and then he kind of stopped. I was like, nah, I saw that shit, dude. You old as fuck. Why the fuck you doing that shit?
You ain't no kid.
Yeah,
no
that's what I'm
more.
saying. I was
that
so
guy was
confused,
like,
yo.
that guy was like, dude, Shaolin soccer, boom, got the low.
Hey, you know what I would have said if you caught me? Want to kick with me? Want to play with me? I have no one to play with.
It's so dumb. But yeah, we got okay. Go back into you, bro.
hold on.
Go back to
All
you.
right, before we go back, I need to go use the bathroom.
Okay,
real quick.
yeah.
Alright,
We take a quick
go
break.
ahead.
All right, now we're back. Okay, we was talking a lot of shit right after
A lot of fun.
that
stuff
break,
happened.
but now going back to Nevin, let's talk about high school, man. Cause like I like talking about high school anyways.
Oh yeah, it's always a great topic.
because
high
it's-
school is always a great topic to talk about.
those are the years
Yeah.
that kind of shape you and stuff.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
High
those are the
school?
years where you become the person you're gonna be. You know.
I don't know. High school, I was pretty chill. I was pretty laid back. Like, I was cool with everyone, like every race, everybody.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't want trouble with anybody. Like I never had a problem. You know, I was a good kid too. So like I try to stay out of trouble.
Just stay out of drama, dude. Drama
Yeah, for
finds
real.
You. Drama finds you in high
I'm
school.
like,
man.
damn.
Just
And
conflict in general. Huh?
yeah, and like you're just stuck with the same people, and then there's drama. It's like, oh my god, like yeah. So I wasn't like crazy or anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't like the popular kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't like anything like that.
Dude,
I was just chill.
no one thinks they are until like
Yeah.
people meet you down the line. They're like, dude, we knew you.
Oh, dude, yeah, like
Oh,
this
yeah.
one girl.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I remember
I had a crush on you.
she wasn't famous, but
I
like
really
she
liked it, you.
we went to the same middle school too. And I remember her.
Oh yeah,
And she was cool. I was cool with her too. We just talked, chill, and then high school came, talk, chill, and then she became really depressed because a boy fucked her over.
Oh,
And then I remember
that totally
it
went the
was-
way I didn't think it was gonna go on.
and she just became so depressed, and she just, just gained a little bit of weight, And then it was prom,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And then it was me and my girlfriend, right? Went to prom, have fun, and then me and my girlfriend were like, just go to eat at B-Dubs. And then we went over to B-Dubs, and then I saw her. I was like, oh, you didn't go to prom? She's like, no, I didn't go. I was like, oh, damn. That's sad.
Done.
And when I first went in, I didn't recognize her at first, too.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, damn.
Did y'all go to prom?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah, we went. We went for sure.
Yeah.
But then you
I
hang.
don't know. I don't remember you.
That's when you kind of hang out with another group. But then I was with.
No, I wasn't. I'd never seen you.
Man, shut the fuck up, dude.
I swear to God, I didn't see
It's
you.
so it's so fucking annoying, dude. At prom?
At prom. It was downtown
But
St.
you,
Paul.
yeah, the museum.
Yeah, I didn't see you.
You guys went to the museum?
He,
Or-
Yeah,
you
our prom
weren't
was
even
at
on
the
his
museum.
radar.
Ours is always at the museum though.
Yeah, I was at the museum.
Always
Wait,
had been at
which
the museum.
The science museum.
Oh,
Science
science
museum?
museum?
Yeah.
Science
Wait,
museum.
what room?
That was it was like the upper floor though.
It was the upper floor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It was the upper
Where the
floor, for
stairs make
sure.
musical sounds, right?
Maybe I don't.
I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time, but I remember going up the stairs or up
Yeah.
the elevators,
Yeah.
and then we had to go to like a separate room. This is like this.
I think I know.
This is like a
where
little
that's
room. It has those little windows where
Yeah.
you can see through them back to the river.
Oh, that's cool.
At
Yeah.
the time though, you were hanging out with the guys from Johnson,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was with, I was with my
We're different clique.
significant. You was there.
Should've pulled
No, fool, you so annoying, dude.
But I swear I didn't see you.
weren't even on his
Because
radar.
I was with someone at
You
proms.
didn't even say what's up.
Because I'm trying to get some at proms.
Dude, look at that man, fake as hell, man. If I saw you, I would have said what's up. I didn't even know you were there. I didn't even know you existed.
You were hanging out with other people, bro.
Look at that man. He was hurt.
Man, you don't even remember, dude. That's the thing.
Okay, guys,
remember.
calm down, bro.
But yeah,
Calm
did you
down.
go to prom?
Y'all got heated, man. Yeah, I did, man.
Yeah.
I went with my ex. We had a great time, and then
Whoa! What was that?
so back then I'm still kind of wild now, but back then I was more wild.
Why you still wilding out?
And I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
But no, we did stuff in in prom, and I'm not gonna say. But we were at a hotel. It was a hotel prom.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
hotel prom?
It was a hotel prom.
I
They
had
had
that too.
They had like a they had like
Oh,
a
yeah.
ball area where we danced,
Oh, okay.
and they had rooms that we could rent.
Oh, you guys had that?
Yeah, we had that option.
What the heck?
Yeah, because we were all 18.
What?
What kind
Yeah.
of hotel did you go to?
No, we had a hotel, but we just stay in the ballroom. That's it.
Oh no, we had the ballroom. We had the whole hotel.
They let y'all
Yeah,
rent.
we could
No,
rent the
they
hotel.
didn't let
and
us
then
do that.
They had
Oh,
a
really?
roof access for us to go to.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember which building it was, but
Man, I didn't even get that. We just went home. After.
I went to a
Well,
hotel.
I went to a party after.
well, the ballroom closed at like 10 or 11, and then we could hang out on the roof.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a bar. It was a bar, but then the school, we all, was it the classroom rep? What do you call those people? I forget what they're called.
The classroom rep.
Yeah,
President?
the school representation for the students.
The
and stuff.
dean?
Yeah, kind of, but it's
Principal.
for high school.
Yeah, the president. I think the president.
President,
like-
yeah, the president, whatever. Class
like
president.
Class president or
Yeah,
some
but it
shit?
wasn't for the class, for like the whole our whole.
They were like
senior.
supervisors.
Oh, or the principal.
No, man, this guy.
He was confident. That's what I thought too. I'm
anyways,
not gonna lie. I'm not
she,
gonna lie.
she did a whole like charity thing for us to rent out the hotel and the room until like till
It's
the
kind
bar
of
closed.
like
I forgot
God,
what
what
it
are
is.
they
You guys
called?
know what I'm
But
talking
they-
about.
they're like a group
Put it
that
down in the
organize.
comments.
They're a group that organizes
Yes.
Events for people. They
Yeah,
have
no,
their own
organize the
certain,
event
like,
for the whole
for the whole thing.
yeah, for the,
so
the-
meaning that
all the
they-
seniors and juniors and shit like
It's
that.
kind of like our old group back then when we used to have secretary, treasury,
Yes.
president,
Yes.
vice president,
Yes.
all that.
JCC kind of like a club thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
club.
Yeah.
kind of like like kind of like that.
Council.
Yeah, student council.
Student council. Man,
Oh
this
my
guy-
God.
Student council.
Man, you made it
Oh
sound
my
like it was
God.
just one person.
No, it was her and like all the like
student council.
she organized an event, and so then they were able to get enough money to like get the whole hotel and stuff.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
a bad idea.
I was hoping he.
I mean, that was your
No, well,
generation, but
Yeah.
but that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was cool because like I mean there was no alcohol involved.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
still, like,
But
you
people
get,
did try to,
you get your own room and like, you know. You
No,
know
no,
what's
no.
gonna
You have to rent a room. That's on you. That's on you.
Yeah, that's on you. But
Yeah.
still,
Provided,
Yeah.
but still, you don't know what's gonna go down. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. But then like again, there was security. There was
Oh, there was security.
yeah, it's a hotel, man. You know.
I guess.
Did they check through your luggage?
No, they checked our Ds, make sure that we were 18 and eligible to like rent a room.
Man, I would have
yeah.
brought in so.
Did they test you guys for alcohol? They did for us.
After 10 o'clock. Yes.
wow.
I don't think they did
After
for
the
us.
ball.
After before we entered, we had to
ID'd?
blow into the test.
Oh no, yeah,
we didn't have
we
any
didn't have any of
alcohol.
that. Yeah,
we didn't have-
they did that. They did that after we left, so that nobody was like swigging when we were dancing and stuff. Because after that, then it's all the school is no longer involved after 10 o'clock. Then it's all on us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
For
So it's-
us, we didn't get tested like that. I don't think we did for prom.
Nah, I went to a pretty ghetto school.
We didn't get
so-
tested like that.
I mean, like afterwards, then you just go do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
I mean, what was his name? What was he doing again? I forgot. He just, when I got there, he just like, I haven't seen him in my office in a while. I'm like, I've been a good kid, trying to
Oh.
graduate.
Oh,
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he said. That was the only thing. That's it. They haven't. I don't remember getting like,
Yeah.
checked, make sure I don't have any.
Yeah.
For high school, for me, man, it was pretty fun. I really just enjoyed hanging out with the group.
Yeah, I feel like I enjoyed high school more than I did college. 'Cause
Nah,
for
I
me,
enjoyed college more.
I feel like no, because to me it was just like college for me was like study, study, study. You know,
Yeah.
where high school is like, dude, you can. Well, I mean, I'm not saying
No,
I'm
but
smart
then-
ass, but like you can study a little bit in high school and then like because college is like you're paying for it. Take that shit serious. You know.
Your environment was a little different though, because I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
his
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah.
His environment is
yeah,
different.
I
Yeah,
guess.
that's true.
Talk
That's
about
true.
your
College or
like your experience with college.
yeah.
Which means
Yeah.
like, you enjoy that more.
I enjoyed it more because I just felt like people took education more serious, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
because
I
they're
could-
paying for it.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
could
said.
vibe
Like,
with them. I could vibe with them more, and like, there's not a lot of drama.
More
There is
maturity.
some,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
more maturity, and like,
I guess.
I just feel like I could just talk with people and not like cause like any fucking trouble or anything.
People mind their own business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
So
that
it was-
because
it
it's
was
people from
fun.
all around.
Yeah, and like you get to do whatever you want, you know. Even if you're on campus, you could just go to the fucking store, do whatever, come back, and then if there's like an event going on, then you go to the event and just chill. So
Oh yeah, the freedom in that instead of like you have to
Yeah.
be in classroom. And
yeah,
Stuff.
yeah.
Ah,
basically,
gotcha.
And like you could skip class or you
Yeah, because
Yeah, if you-
people don't care.
Out
If
of
you-
your own time.
Yeah, because again, you're paying for it, so
Yeah.
it's your education. I think I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah.
For me, I just didn't like it because it was more like again, I took it as a different mindset where I was like, study. I gotta get this finished. You know, I gotta do this homework. I gotta, you know, because like I can't fuck around anymore. I fucked all around in high school. You know, and that's the reason why I like the high school better because I can mess
You
around.
fucked around.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
you
messed
messed
around a lot. Yeah.
Speaking about that, did you skip class at all?
No, I never skipped class.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't a bad boy.
I never.
he wasn't a bad boy.
I was trying to figure that out. I was like, I don't think he did either. dude.
Not the way how he talked, I knew he didn't.
I know. I was like, this is a
I
good
never
kid.
skipped
That's what I'm
class.
saying. Like, damn.
There were times where I came late because I was like, oh fuck it, I was just going late.
Yeah.
But I never got in trouble though.
Did you go to like house parties and shit?
In high school,
High school, college, both.
high school, I only went to one,
Yeah.
but like it was, I don't know, I was just kind of like it just felt weird for me because I didn't know how to party like that, you know. But then when I got to college, or it wasn't until I met my girlfriend basically,
Okay.
and college,
And he was like, hell yeah.
and then until I met my girlfriend because my girlfriend knows a lot of people too. So it wasn't until I met her that I started going to more of these house parties. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh damn, this is how it is.
This is pretty chill and
Yeah,
everything.
it's pretty chill.
So that was like your first time to actually like get into a house. and
Yeah.
kinda, like hang out and
yeah,
like. Oh,
it
feel
wasn't until I
everything.
met my girlfriend that was when I was like, this is how the party life is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy's a good boy, man.
For real.
My boy's a good boy. Your naughty ass, dude. I swear to God.
Hey, we were all good kids, man. We were
I
good
was
kids.
a great
alright?
kid. Okay, I graduated. I didn't get GED. It was my high school diploma. All right.
There you go. There you go. That's good.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything bad in school.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything bad either. I'm a good kid.
Don't side principal office all the time. So.
Hey,
Hey,
I did.
aren't you so and so?
Damn, what the?
I swear I see you before. Like, no, that's my brother. But yeah, I'm back.
Back again though.
Yeah, the only time I did anything bad was not study.
Oh yeah.
Did you also you
So,
wait?
were you one of them kids where your mom dad like you better get an A and B? If you don't get an A, you get whoop, huh?
No, it wasn't
No,
that.
I think his parents like because your parents are young.
Yeah,
We
it
discussed.
wasn't
Oh,
like
they're
that. It
right,
was
yeah.
more
Yeah,
like
they're probably more like, hey, if you want to, you're right. They're more supportive.
yeah,
That's
but
We didn't get
they
that
still have
treatment.
that. They still have that mindset though.
The
Like,
old school like
yeah,
Asian mindset.
It's not like, hey, we're gonna beat you. It's more like
Lucky
they're gonna
you.
yell. They're gonna yell at. They yell at me, you know.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
nice.
okay.
And it's like, just get your shit together. And what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's just stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it's
Yeah, I said
just-
that was me too, dude. I got it pretty good. I get my ass
lucky
whooped like
bastard.
that. Dude.
Yeah, my dad was more like, just don't bring the problems home. So I was like, okay, all right, gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, your parents are young then, yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean, like, it's true. Because like my parents are young too, and they're more on the supporter side. I didn't get my ass beat like crazy.
I didn't get beat.
Yeah.
I got timeouts.
Not
you
like
know what I mean?
crazy.
I got timeouts. I got
how long did you
restricted
have
from
to
Well, I
face
school.
mean, you as a kid or in high school, bro?
In high school, I got restricted from like, for example, like phone going out.
Oh, that's when you're still like under your mom and dad's phone plan.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So those stuff got taken away from me because maybe I gone out too late. Maybe I'll tell you a story, dude. And it's so stupid. I don't know if I told this. I might have.
I got one after that one, but yeah.
But then like this is one time so stupid. I'm a high schooler, dumbass, right? And I was smoking. I mean, I smoked back in high school.
Yeah.
And so like
Chiefed.
back then, I used to sneak out of my house at night just go smoke, right? But my dumb ass would flick the cigarette butt in the neighbor's yard.
Oh, I heard this story.
Over the fence. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to do that all the fucking time, like every other night.
And it
like,
just kept building up, huh?
you start building up, And then eventually my dad caught up to it because obviously my dad and the neighbor talk, right? And the neighbor was like, hey, I think your son's smoking,
Oh.
And then my dad came to me and was like, you smoke? I'm like, no, I don't smoke. I was like, I know you smoke. I was like, I don't smoke. Do you see any cigarette butts? I don't do none of that. It was like, the neighbor said all the cigarette butts is in their yard, They ain't my kids. I'm like, it was so stupid, dude.
You're so stupid. Why didn't you hide the evidence, bro?
I was over the fucking fence.
You lazy
Bruh.
high school kid, bro.
Eventually, he's gonna find out.
You know you remember my dad's
Yeah,
house?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that side.
yeah, I know.
So the fence is right there. What you doing, bud?
So funny,
Dude.
bro. It's so funny.
It was so stupid.
At least do it not in the same spot. Do like different spots each time, so
Nah,
it doesn't build up.
I stood right there because the door's right here. Just,
This dude, the quickest, most
good.
convenient.
You're just
Oh
gonna
my
disappear.
God.
Just throw
Yeah,
it
it's
over
just,
there.
I don't see it. My dad
Not
don't
my
see
problem
it.
anymore.
Yeah, so that was stupid. But no, that was good. I mean, like, besides that time, like, my dad and my mom, they're pretty lenient. I mean, like, yeah, I got tripped at, every now and then, but no, I didn't really get handed like that, like old school way like that, As a kid, I'm sure it's more, normal back then to get, whooped every now and then because you're doing something
Yeah,
stupid.
it's discipline. It's not
Right.
abuse,
But then, like, I don't think high school. I don't even think.
No, I
that's a
think they
normal thing.
stopped in high school for sure.
Like for you. Well, I'm just saying like at an
Yeah, for me.
age
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
for sure. Yeah,
you
yeah.
big as hell now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to ask for you guys. Did you guys do like parent conference back in high school where you gotta have your parents come in, kind of like we had where our parents had to come, like they had to come our conference to talk about our grade and our semester, how we're doing, how well we're doing in class. You guys had that still?
Yeah, I think they still do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
better.
still
I
do
think
it.
that's
Yeah,
state.
But
Yeah.
you know what I do to get avoid that? My mom, dad's because they're all so busy working. They're like, oh, do they? Because they know that from my older siblings, they do it. They're like, do you have your do you have your conference where we come to school? I'm like, no. Dude, I know I ain't doing good, so I was doing like, no, well, because the first time they came, dude, I didn't do good. My dad was like yelling at me. He didn't beat me, but because there's too much of us. There's too much siblings, so they can't like maintain everything.
Shut up. Yeah, wait.
It's
too much.
All they do is they just compare. Don't you see your older sibling? Look, they're doing great.
That comparison.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, eventually the teachers are gonna try to do something. I
Yeah,
think.
for sure.
They try to contact the parents, and that's what they do.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up and be like, dude, like, so my dad was like, just put your phone number down. I was like, okay. So every time they trying to contact my parents, like do answer. So I get my boys with the
and they,
with the deepest
eventually
voice.
they're gonna contact whoever speaks Hmong at school, like a counselor. Or something.
Now they do
So-
that.
Now they do that
Now
because
do
they have
that.
enough
Yep.
people to do
Yeah.
the translations
Yeah,
and everything.
translations,
So damn, we ruined it for y'all.
Yeah, we did, bro. We did.
No, but he was good. He didn't need that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
He didn't
I
need
need
it.
that.
But I'm not saying just you in general. I'm talking about y'all
Your
y'all
generation.
I don't think
generation.
my parents only went to a couple in high school. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm pretty sure they trusted you, man. You know, you seem
dude,
like
in high school, man, I was like, fuck. All right, go to class. All right, give me my homework. I do it. Go home. Go do it. Okay, do it. And then the rest of my free time, I just do whatever. That was really it. Like, just give me my fucking homework, so I could do it, and then just go do whatever.
Just be ahead of time,
Yeah.
finish it.
Yeah, at least
Don't
get
wait
that
for the
done.
due date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
And I think, like, as a parent, dude, I think at some point, you know, you kind of, well, I wouldn't say that, but you kind of like,
You want to be
know.
up to date with your child's education.
No, I want,
Right.
I kind of feel like, you know, as a parent seeing your kid, right? I would assume my parents kind of saw it as like, you know, he's getting older. He knows he's messing up. I already talked to him because I can see his grades. So there's no necessary to talk to a teacher. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just gotta talk to your kid.
Yeah, just talk to your kids. Like, all the grades come in already, and they see all that already.
Yeah, in the
and
mail.
they'll just talk to you. Yeah. I was like, dude, what the hell is going on here? I mean, like, I don't know. That's just how I kind of see it as. I mean, I'm sure, I know my mom went a couple times. I think my dad every now and then too. But it's slowed down in high school is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just kind of like, well, he's becoming an adult. If he fucks up, then he's going to learn the hard way. That's it. That's how my dad is, you know? But,
I mean, it's valid.
Yeah.
I think just depends on your parenting, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you want them to like be really good, I think you got to start from the very beginning, no matter what, and then you build up from there. But if you don't start from the beginning, it might be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, remember talking about how in one of my classes they teach you how to do excellent reading, right? You do cycling, and that's not being taught because as I learned it back, how my siblings they were impatient to teach you. When you can't read something, like, dude, just sound it out, dude. Like, talk like, oh, I'm still learning. Damn.
But
Dude, just basically, dude.
I get that, man. I get that because you're
And
like,
that's how
because you're
you
like,
can't teach.
I'm
you
still
don't have the
stupid,
patience.
man. I don't know.
it's like
My IQ still one, please.
it's like that one kid. Jack has 2 apples. Jane gave her 3 apples. How many apples does Jack have?
3. Just getting yelled at. She was getting angry every time she kept repeating the fucking problem.
Fucking
dude.
Jack, dude. You dumbass dude. Oh man, that's just funny.
No, but yeah, no, it's like now you think about it, like, okay, just for you, because you're a father, right? Do you have the patience to teach your child?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you're different from other parents, like our OGs. Our OGs, dude, they don't.
My kid's mom is it?
Again, different gen, you know, different gen.
Well,
you know?
I don't even think different gen too. I think a lot of people in this time still could relate. Like, dude, even my sister, even more, like, she's knowledge. Dude, I see my nephew get yelled at, dude. Like, just, because we all lived together at that time still. And he's still in elementary, bro. And there's just those books with the coloring and, the pictures and everything. And it's just like one sentence per page. And he's trying to read and sound it out. And then she said the same thing. She's like, if I give you 4 apples, right, and I took one away,
Dude, you ever?
how much do you have left? He's like 4. I was like, oh shit.
He's one of those that answer right away.
Yeah, he's hella sweat, bro. He's just sitting there like,
That's too much pressure, man.
because he know he's gonna get
But
yelled
like-
at by his
like-
mom.
yeah, but-
dude, my sister be yelling at him like,
Dude,
like
You
first
gotta- okay.
she'll come at him.
That's terrible.
Hey, I
think it's
give you
bad.
4 apples, and I took away just 1.
Yeah.
How much do you have left? And she even does that, like kind of like fingers. And she
2.
moves to that. And she's like, this,
4.
and he's like,
8. Just
4?
answering. Yeah.
And he looks at he go 4. She's like, if I gave you 4 apples,
Yeah.
and she was getting more like I could tell she
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
damn, she's getting
yeah,
irritated right
yeah.
now. She's like, I gave you 4 apples and I took away 1. How many do you have left?
Yeah.
And he's all like, he's like, he started getting scared at that point. He's like, damn, my mom's yelling. And then it gets worse. And then he starts sweating. He's like, Dude, it's funny, dude.
Knowing you, I think you're gonna be that kind of parent too, dude.
I don't think I would be.
I know.
You never know.
Irritated,
Because
dude.
because like
Wait till you have kids too.
I think wait till you have kids.
Oh, yeah, true. But
Yeah.
like I was saying to you, like just hearing that, I feel bad, dude. Because like my sister does that to her kids, and I always look at I was like, I'm a trash talker. I'm toxic. So I looked at my sister, and when she does that, I'm like, you're a lot like dad. And she goes, don't you ever say. I'm like, look at what you're doing. Like that's exactly how dad taught us. Look how you ended up. And she gets offended, and then she changes her tune.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, sometimes you gotta get called on that. Like me, like the way I grew up. So I love my dad. He was there for us, but he wasn't physically there for us. Mm-hmm. You know, like I mean, again, he was that tough love kind of dad. We talked about this. Yeah. So then like my dad was never there. So then well, I'm not like that, but you know. So then I think that when I have my kid, I think I'll be more attentive, and I would try to be more patient, because I was like, you know, no one ever really taught me this stuff. I was always yelled at for being like too stupid, or like you're smarter than that. Why are you doing dumb stuff like this? So I think more of like I'm being more encouraged. Like, hey, it's okay to fail. It's okay to not know. This is why we're doing this. I want to be that more patient, you know, and just break that cycle of like, man, no, I'm just gonna yell at my kids. I am gonna discipline them though. A lot of people are against me on this, but
it's not just yelling. So it's again, it goes back to what
Yeah,
you said, which you have your own, which is true.
Yeah.
Like I always tell myself, like, oh, I have a plan. I want to
Yeah,
do like that.
but again, you guys are right.
eventually it's gonna get to the point where, because we're not teachers, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not taught to be patient. We're not taught to how to educate kids a certain way. Because
that's-
everybody learns differently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And-
you gotta change that.
Well,
yourself,
it's
you know?
you could change it, but at the end of the day, it depends on how many patients you actually really do have too.
That's
though.
what I'm gonna try. I can't.
You know, but like
no guarantees.
It's it's
There
it's
goes
just
one
they don't.
patient.
No,
There goes another one.
When I explained it, my sister didn't just yell him out of the blue from the beginning.
Yeah.
She started
But
off
you,
calm.
yeah, like I said, she's
and it
trying.
just kept going.
She's trying.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with you. You know,
yeah.
you try,
But you look at it and you're like, dude.
I think she just needs to look at different ways to teach.
Yeah.
no,
Same,
it's like,
But like
we get
she's,
it.
She's trying.
Yeah,
That's the whole
she-
point.
You know,
She's
it's
trying.
like everybody becomes a mother and a father once,
Yeah.
right? And you don't know how to become a mother. Like, we have not become a mother father many times, unless you have many kids like Vince. So he has
That's true.
experience with,
That's true.
but being a father once, he's always been a father. But having many different children, you can tell
All the kids are different.
Oh yeah.
they're all different
they're all
because
different.
they will learn different. They have different personalities, and it's up to you to actually really pay attention to that child and know what they're like. And like, oh, like this kid, I know exactly how he'll learn how to do this, right? Like, let's say you make them go through the same course, or let's say, for example, when Vince back then, he made a course for his eldest, right? So imagine if Vince did the same exact course.
And
Each kid are probably gonna do it differently.
by course, what he means is like I did like an obstacle course.
He did like a little obstacle course where
Parkour?
Yeah,
Parkour.
not really
Parkour.
Poor baby, yeah.
Baby racing, baby.
Yeah.
he climbed up. That's a spy baby, bro.
Yeah, throw back to those.
No,
days.
so he did like that. Like, I don't know why he didn't do it anymore, but it was actually pretty cool. He made like an obstacle course with all his stuff inside his house.
Like
Anything
chairs,
he saw.
tables,
Yeah.
pillows. I just kind of set it up for a route for them to go through.
So he had
Basically,
to do like
made a
if he
maze.
if he gets to a part where he gets stuck, all he have to do is push a chair,
Yeah.
right? And he pushes a chair, and then boom, he goes out. It's like,
You're not teaching the math. Come on, man. You're not teaching the math, reading.
It's critical thinking. He's critical thinking.
teaching
bro.
critical thinking. He's teaching-
I'm doing problem solving, okay? That's problem solving.
Hey, that is really
I
good.
love it.
You
I love
better
it. I
figure
love
this
it.
shit out, yo.
Hey, he did more than buying that little toy where there's those shapes where you
Yeah.
gotta put the shapes in
Yeah.
that little box. He did more than that, man.
Circle.
Square in a circle. Square in a circle. Nope. I go over here. But
Yeah.
this dude did way more than that.
No, that was just a little different. But no, every kid is different, dude. Like, there's one that's gonna think about it or have questions afterward, and there's one that in the moment, this one don't think at all.
He's just like, wait,
Just
what?
trying to answer so he can get done. That's it.
Yeah,
you
so
know
he
what
can just get out of that.
Yeah, just trying to get out of it,
Yeah.
And there's one that's gonna complain. There's one that's not gonna want to do it at all. That's it. So
Yeah.
all the kids, they all got a different perspective. They're all different.
They have their
how
own
take it.
interests.
Yeah, exactly. And it depends on topic too. Like for example, let's see. I'm trying to give you an example. Like my son, he likes math, but then my daughter, she likes arts more. That's it, you know. And so like she accelerates in that, while my son accelerates in math.
Right.
Reading is still a little tough for my daughter, but then my son, he's pretty good at it. You know what I mean? So it just depends. It just really depends.
Yeah, and it's just the way how you teach too, you know, and it also goes back to like teaching them. When I was talking about like the excellent reading, the cycling, have them process that early in their head, right? If you don't know this word, I can read it to you, but you just got to remember how I sound it out, right? Mm-hmm. So you just redo that to teach them. Go like right now, teach them that method. Spend every hour. You don't have to spend 2-3 hours. Every hour, just spend 1 hour every single day with them if you can, and do that as they grow up, and eventually they would get into that habit of going to read, and then eventually the reading should excel, because you think about it, like, and I actually heard that they talk about that a lot of people going to school, students in general, reading is never at the level that they're supposed to be, right? Like I just learned this by going to college, because the teachers, like, you see many different ages where some are way older than you, some that are younger that just finished school and they're the same level as you.
When you went to college, was there a lot your age, or was kind of mixed up too?
Mixed up like
age-wise.
Age-wise?
Yeah.
No, it's I mean, just a little. Like, yeah, mostly it's gonna be people fresh out of school or high school,
right?
And then you'll see some people who are a little bit older too.
Yeah, like an old guy just there, just
yeah. Mm-hmm. So you'll see some of that. Usually it's just like, hey, we're here for college, so fuck it, let's just learn and do whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For carpentry, when I went, there was mainly younger guys and girls, and then there was me and probably like 2 or 3 other around my age. When I was like probably, let's see, my son's 9 now, so it was about 9 years ago. So I was probably like 23, 24, something like that. And then there's probably
really? You went that long ago?
Yeah, dude. It was that long ago already.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
When I was still living in the apartment.
Yeah. Oh, that's when you. Okay. Yeah.
That's when I went to college.
Okay.
And then there's probably like 2 or 3 like older, like in their 50s that went into
Close
carpentry.
To 50, yeah.
You know? But one of them just wanted to do it just so she has an understanding and that she could like build her own stuff at home, which was cool. You know?
I mean, she's paying for it, so yeah.
Right. And she was also a teacher, so it was just kind of like a side thing for her just to understand. And
I see.
We went out there and built her garage for her, help her build her garage.
I learned a lot of people, when they get older and they have nothing to do, they like to do a lot of woodwork and stuff. And like, as my job as a person who delivered stuff to people's house, I see a lot of elderly, like not too old, but people that you could say either retired or just past, where they're just like, I don't need to go out. I come home.
It's like my grandpa do. Like, I don't know if y'all remember when my grandpa was here, but he used to like just
dude, that's do shit around the house. That's like the working mindset though, because
it
like,
keeps them busy.
The same, because like you do it for so long, you're just kind of used to like. Hey,
and they like to do something new, just to create something.
Right.
And then most of the time I hear something, they're like, I actually knew a guy and his wife, and she's a little older, but she's like, hey, just quick question. Would you want to buy this? And I look at it's like a nice like dresser. So she's not finished it, but she still has to make the top. But she finished the sides and all the drawers and everything. She's like, "Would you want to buy this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I would." She's like, "Okay." I was just trying to make a point to my husband, and her husband was right there. Yeah. He's like, "So you would really buy it, not just saying you would just to make her happy."
To be nice,
Don't get me in the middle, bro.
And I'm like, no, I would actually buy it. Like if I were to get this cabinet,
how much?
I'm just delivering package, bro. I'm just delivering package.
I was like, hey, I'm just delivering package, man. Don't get me involved in your guys. But no,
you deliver packages. They doing sell pitches.
I know. Yeah. No, but she's like, thanks for. She's like, oh, thank you. She's like, just quick question. Would you want to buy this thing? And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, if I have money, sure, yeah, I'll definitely buy it. And if I was in the market for it, I'll buy it. I said, looks nice.
Sure.
She didn't color yet, but she told me what color she was gonna color it or whatever, coat it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she didn't finish the top yet. She's like, I'm not actually trying to sell it. I'm just trying to prove a point to my husband. And I'm like, okay. because he thinks that I can't sell with my work. I can't sell.
That's
I'm like,
toxic as hell.
because I don't know.
I'll stay out of it.
Because
Bro.
he's older, right?
I'll
So
stay out
I
of
guess
it,
he's a
bro.
little more honest. He's like, man, ain't no way gonna buy that. Kind of like that. Pretty sure that it's not in a bad way.
It's just difference in opinion, man.
Yeah,
You
I think
know,
it's just
like,
different opinion.
yeah.
So I think his opinion, he goes, I don't think anybody's gonna buy
No,
that.
but then hold up. First of all, how's she selling it? Like, just anybody come to the door? Like, hey,
no,
you
no,
wanna buy this?
I don't think she
was
said she's
just-
gonna sell it.
it
It was
was
just
an
a
opinion.
question.
I know, but I'm
She
saying
made
too.
she made it herself though, right?
Yeah, she made it ground up. She said,
Yeah.
I built this ground up myself. It's just, quick question. Would you want to buy this and everything?
I'm
Like,
pretty
if I
sure
was to sell
someone
it.
will buy it.
And I'm like,
Somebody.
yeah, and I told her, I was like, I probably would buy it if I did need one and it actually looks good. And because she was showing me how it opens and how she customized how it folds and everything.
Watch
and I'm
me
like,
be. Go ahead.
okay, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. I think that's pretty cool because that's not your typical
Yeah.
drawer.
Yeah, for sure.
I forgot how it opens, but it opens like in a unique way. Her top drawer, it kind of like folds down. It has like kind of like two slots where she does it where you can open. Instead of just pulling one drawer and everything's all bunched
Right.
in,
So something unique.
it's something unique where she could pull and she's like, there's you can put different slots in. I'm like, oh, that's pretty. I was like, yeah, I will buy that. Who wouldn't buy that?
Watch me be on the husband's side. It's like, how you gonna sell it though? How you gonna sell it? Who you gonna sell it to?
Facebook Marketplace, bro.
Okay,
Everybody-
they see it, but how much you charging? You know what I mean?
How much you charging? How you gonna pitch your sale, huh?
Yeah, how you gonna
$25,
put your-
and I'll show
$25?
the video of the unique drawer. You know?
Okay, all right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, sold.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
Do you see this in your typical home?
Yeah,
I
see?
don't think so.
There's a thing that comes with authenticity with that because it's like one of a kind. It's genuine.
And yeah, you gotta put it in the description. I built this myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Like
That'd be
people-
dope.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I just told her like, yeah,
But-
and I do see it again. A lot of elderly people, and it's just constantly me delivering, and I see people just in the garage. They have like parts, either cabinets or they're building like tables just in general, and I'm just like, damn, they're really bored, huh? They just got really nothing to do. They got a lot of money. They
Yeah.
just bored
I would do that too, dude. If I had money, I would just.
and just kind of just chill and
just
just
chill.
make things right.
If you're retired, yeah, you got nothing to do.
Yeah,
gotta
and you don't want to
figure
do
some
nothing
sort of
too
hobby.
extreme. That's not extreme.
Right.
That's just, hey, I'm gonna buy something.
Right.
I'm just gonna make something,
Yeah.
and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And hey, I can put it in the kitchen or living room. But if I don't want it, sell it. Make a little income.
Yeah. Let's move on to catching up though. Like,
I feel like we've been, but
I think we are catching up.
kind of. We at that hour mark.
dude,
so
I was sitting here thinking like, oh man, we've grown up so much. We're talking about like real things. Like, remember we used to joke around so much, man. Now
I
we're
mean, we
talking
still
about real
do.
life
We still
stuff,
do.
man.
We still do. you
Real
know.
life stuff right here.
But then let's catch up. Like, Cha just showed up. He's working and he just kind of show out of the blue.
Yeah, I did.
So what's up with you, dude?
Me? School, man. Tired.
Yeah.
Constantly.
You just went back to school like this week.
This week.
Yeah.
Just started summer course this week. Summer is a lot shorter.
Yep.
So everything is like compact. Like this week, I have my class. I have 4 days, right? So we're just powering through everything, like every chapter. So we were doing like 1.1 to 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, right, in each chapter. So we're doing all that, and that's all gotta be due by next week
Yeah.
on Tuesday. And that's why I'm like, oh, crap, But when I finish school, when I finish my class, I gotta like go straight into my homework. Because if I don't, I would literally fall behind because it stacks up. If I go to school the next day and I haven't finished anything from yesterday,
Yeah.
now I have the next day stacked with yesterday's work.
Yeah.
So I have to constantly do the work. If I don't do the work, I will literally fall behind.
Bro, I just want to say this, dude. Like, I don't know if I said to you before, dude, but proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, dude. Like, I see you really stepping up, and like I was telling this to them earlier, taking responsibilities and stuff. Oh, dude, you come a long way, man. Like, great.
Yeah.
Great, man. It's really nice, dude.
You gotta know your priority.
Yeah, I mean, like you said,
it's temporary, but at the end of the day, I know what's come first.
yeah,
but,
for sure. Like you definitely like again changed a lot. Not that
Yeah.
that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've always great, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, but now school is not.
No,
I'm taking school a lot. It is like what you guys were talking about back in high school, right?
Yeah.
When they were in high school. High school is more like you guys know me. I'm
yeah.
messing around.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't
what I'm
care.
saying. Yeah, I'm saying.
My
yeah.
attendance was not the greatest.
Dude, mine wasn't.
I was always at the office. I always get kicked out of class for just clowning. And
Oh, which brings back to high school. You ever been in ACL? Asian's Last Chance?
What the?
ALC, yeah, ALC. ALC.
Asian's Last Chance? What kind of name is that? Last chance to what? Last chance to graduate? What the heck?
ALC, yeah.
You don't know about that term?
You don't know about that term?
Oh shit.
We didn't have that. What is that?
ALC.
Okay, ALC.
ALC. Yeah, go ahead. Explain it.
So ALC was a after school extracurricular thing.
It's
If
for
you were-
Asians specifically?
No.
He just made that name.
It's what?
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
hey,
There's a
I'm
real
offended.
there's a real term for it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was because I don't remember what it was
But
because
that's what we always
we called it that
yeah.
because when we went to that class
It was
just
mostly
like,
Asians.
mostly Asians, dude. And we were like, I was
Well,
like,
it's because most of the time I did have that too.
yeah,
I did have it. I just didn't want to admit it yet.
yeah.
But no, I did have it because again, it's not because technically it's for people who are
behind on credits.
behind on credit.
high school
Yeah,
credits,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's literally to help you catch up.
Yeah.
If you don't, you will not graduate on
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I used
yeah.
to pick up my friend from that class all the time, and so then I was like, "Where'd you go to?" She's like, "Oh, ALC, Asian's Last Chance," and I was like, "What?"
That's actually true. 'Cause, okay.
And I attended a few of those classes, and I was like, "Dude, there's like a bunch of us here." Bro.
Nevin's like, what the fuck is that?
Now that I think about it, it was a lot of freaking Asians, dude. I didn't realize
It was like
that.
more than I ever seen. I was like,
But you go to a, school that is heavily populated with Asians. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I
it's
can
it's,
see
it's,
it.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
because
yeah.
of that.
well, no,
too.
it's
That's
not
it.
just from one school. It's like for all the schools.
I know,
It was a
but then
program.
that's why we refer it ALC
It's
because we know a lot of fucking
yeah,
Asians
because
in
our
school.
main population was a lot of
Yeah,
There's-
yeah.
So-
specifically that class was just like a lot of Asians all the time, and I was like, damn man, we stupid. We stupid out here, bro.
If
We
you look
stupid out here.
if you look at our yearbook, you know how it has a name and everything.
Yeah.
Bro, you see nothing but Yangs, Shones, Vangs, Lords, Towels. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of more people, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just back like, dude. AOC, now think about it. There's a lot of Asian
Yeah.
people, dude. Now
I
think
was
about
never
it.
in it.
Yeah.
I was. It was just it was just a credit thing.
It was extra where like if you're behind, you
Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
all
like
it
an
was.
after school program.
Yeah,
for sure,
that's all it was.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
I actually didn't have after
Real-
school program. I
yeah,
have
real
where it's
credits and
actual class and I
Yeah.
have actual period. It's kind of like study hall, but I
been
get credit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're like, if you don't take these classes, you will literally.
Yeah.
yeah, you're not
graduate.
gonna
Not
walk there. You're not
graduate.
gonna
And
walk.
I'm like, man. But then like, you failed this economic class because I always slept. I never. And they called me like just my economic teacher. He didn't care. He's like, oh, this one. I was a light boy too, but I could hear him every time he goes, get the light. I'm sleeping. I'm like. I'm always sleeping, but I can hear him whenever he says something to me. But he just doesn't care, because he's a high school teacher. And he's like, look, I'm
You
get paid.
fucked up already.
Yeah,
This is your life.
this is your life. You don't
Yeah.
want to pass this class, it's you. Because I think that was a class that you had to pass too.
Yeah.
That was a class you had to
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah, and if you there's again, it's your last chance.
Yeah, I failed that.
Asians last.
Asians last chance.
I failed that, but I had the class that's kind of like study hall that gets credit for. They use that to just cover it, and I graduated. I walked, so I got lucky.
What you been up to though, bro?
Me? Shit.
I know you just graduated and everything. So
After I graduated, it's just been working.
Wait, what year did you graduate?
this year,
For my
Oh, just this year?
college.
my master's. Yeah, just
Oh, damn.
in May. Yeah.
Yeah.
His life is just starting.
Yeah, dude, I'm just chilling right now, man. I don't really want to do anything big right now. I just want to just chill and just.
Well, yeah, man, you've been
Enjoy life more.
studying. Yeah, you're studying all your life, dude. I'm
Hell
telling you, I
yeah.
think you need to get out there, bro. Like, go to a rave.
No.
Yeah, I actually never been to a rave,
Dude, go to one. Everybody's so friendly.
but
like,
you know that's
But
the
it's not
thing.
for everybody
Look, that's the
either.
thing.
it isn't the music.
I
no,
like
no.
I like the music.
yes.
It's just not. I just don't listen to it a lot. You know, I prefer metal and rap. Those are my two favorite genres. And me and my girlfriend, we don't really like EDM that much. You know, we listen to it, but we don't really like going to raves and all that.
Yeah.
We would like to experience it once, or at least I would. But my girlfriend, she's like, I don't know.
You go there,
Dude.
all you see is like.
Yeah.
No. Okay. These guys haven't. These guys haven't been there. I'm telling you, it's a great environment.
Yeah, I at least need to experience it once.
Yeah, it's better than what it used to be. I'm telling you, like it's a great environment because like everybody tripping. So people understand that. So they're like, hey man, you okay? You need some water? Like here, and they'll bring you water. They'll go and they'll like, and this is so friendly. I think it's I think we were talking about like parties in college. You know how people culture shock. You know, there it seemed like everybody's very like everybody's like kind of like Mo. They like, hey man, they'll give you stuff like for free, and they're just like, dude, just make sure you get home okay. Make sure you're okay. You know, like
So you're saying this is like with all race, yeah? Like,
well,
that's
the
how
one,
EDM
like I said,
is.
the ones I've been to, you know,
okay.
and like I know that music is not like for everybody, but then you gotta go listen to like the uplifting ones.
Well, I'm waiting for for the next event to come.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing there's not much this year.
There isn't. You gotta go next year. Yeah, like you gotta listen to Slander. Listen to like Illenium.
Yeah, Slander, Illenium. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
and,
Illenium.
Yeah, and
Evan's gonna be that dude just in his fields and shit.
dude, because it is.
I'm there to mosh, bro. I'm gonna mosh, and
Dude, you can't. Dude, if you mosh, you gotta go to like hardcore ones.
Yeah, that's me.
That's too much, bro. Like I like
Never just start,
bro. Yeah, I like uplifting music, bro. Cause you feel it.
I know for
I don't want to feel. I want to mosh.
yeah, I know for a fact Casey's out there in his fields for sure, dude.
I am out there in my
This
fields,
dude out
man.
there crying.
Dude, no, you don't. Well,
I need.
Yeah, he is.
okay. So I'm gonna just tell you guys. I went to I don't know if I talk about this. I went to Breakaway. You guys know what Breakaway is?
No.
It's
I know, but where is it at again?
Breakaway was last year
Last
in
year.
Minnesota,
Yep, in
downtown, outside.
In
It was-
Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis. Yeah,
The Armory.
yeah. No, it was outside.
Oh.
The parking lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
Freaking amazing. Like so,
Wait, what time was this? Like season?
summer.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say winter time. Y'all crazy.
No, it was summertime, and so because we're outside and it's hot, it's sweaty, people were giving out free drinks, like free like beers, and there was like half a cup, and they were just trying to advertise their beer and like their liquor and whatever, like new people.
Sure, yeah,
So
yeah.
then you like free drinks, bro. You know. So then I went there, and I remember like it was a good lineup, like bunch of good artists that were there, and they were playing really good music, and I'm in my feels. So the music is like, you listen to the words and like, and the music starts uplifting, right? So then we're all like,
Then you hear boom.
yeah. So we start getting hyped, right? And we're fucking sweating and shit, right? And then like the rain comes, right? And we're sweating, we're hot. Everybody.
Oh my god, and it rains.
And then
That's dramatic as hell.
That is
It rained a little bit, like
Sprinkled.
and dude, I was like feeling the rain drop on
That's
my
a movie
cheeks.
right
yeah,
there.
and I was
That's
like,
a
bro,
movie.
God is here,
I
dog.
just you see somebody
God is here, dog.
you see somebody on top of that building, you just spray a little water. I got you.
Dude, someone taking a piss off the roof.
Casey's all like,
Oh shit,
Casey's like in a Naruto episode. Just dun, 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 dun,
dude.
dun.
I would
my
love
God,
from
get that.
so some artists do play anime music. I wish they would have
yeah,
done that.
yeah,
I wish
yeah.
they would have done that.
dude, it's funny when you say that they're in the fields, and you know how the music will
Bro,
like that.
yeah.
He's
they
all
talk like they're
he's in his
manly men. They're
field,
not, man.
like
You
this.
you can be in your fields. I ain't
Go ahead,
no,
but I'm
no,
just
no,
come.
no,
I won't
I was
clown
gonna say,
you. That's
this
fine.
This how I picture it.
Hey.
You're in your fields, and then like I don't
Yes.
know, like you were
Yes.
just in your field like a second ago.
No, so it doesn't do that. It like slowly amps you up. Like you start to like feel it,
Oh,
like,
so slowly,
it
like,
gradually, like,
slowly
that's why I
cry,
said
just slowly dance.
uplifting,
Yeah.
uplifting music. Like that's what I like.
can't see it.
But if you want to go to the hard ones, yes, I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
they're ruthless, bro. Like they be like boom, boom, they're like, oh my bad, and then they'll go crazy again.
You could probably just go to church.
I ain't scared.
I'm looking at you. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying.
These
The
guys.
one where they sang, bro.
I'm trying to. Okay, well, if you ever go to one, I would like to know what it's like, dude. I like to know what
Yeah,
it's like.
my friends are like, hey, you gotta at least experience it once,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm just let me know, I'll probably go.
Dude, like I'm telling you, it's so fun because like there's I wanted to talk about it too. One of my topics was I went to one with like so people I didn't know. I went with my coworker, B Nasty is what I'm gonna call him, because that was his nickname in high school, B Nasty. and then we'll call the girl Mo. All right. So it was me, Mo, and B Nasty, and then my other guy named T. He was with his cousin. So T's like drunk, and he's drunk crying with his family. His cousin was there, and he was like, "Man, I love you," you know. And I'm like, "Dude, all right, you're killing my vibe here, man." And then so we're feeling the music, right? You know how like they do flashy lights and stuff. So for like 2 seconds, all the lights turned off, and this is part of their show. Excuse me. All the lights shut off, right? And I felt my boy fall back, and then Mo falls back, and then pushes me, and I'm a little drunk, so I fall back because we're like bumping, right? And all of a sudden, boom, the lights went off. And I was like, oh shit! You see like and the whole
domino effect.
Dude, you see like fucking all of us like just start falling back during the whole fucking concert, and I look back, everybody's on the floor. I was like, dude. We all tripping. You just hear everybody picking each other up, dude. It's so freaking hilarious. Like you never see that, dude. And it's like I think it's really nice now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go. I'm saying if you ever go with like a group of people who knows how to do it.
My friend says he's a raver, and he says they give out bracelets. And
Yes.
There's an acronym for something.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's an acronym.
It's when you I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and like it's connection, love,
Yeah.
your life, and then
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh, I forgot what it was.
Live,
but
love.
no.
life or
It's
something like that?
it's
Live,
like
love, laugh.
it's connection.
Yeah.
It's like something with that.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking about.
yeah, people give out bracelets, necklace. Like I went there and I had a
No beads.
no. They have beads. They have beads.
Yeah.
They have beads.
Ain't no beads.
Yeah, they have that too. They
Hey,
have
yo,
that too. They wear that as a necklace, bro.
No,
Dude,
no,
bro.
thank you. No,
Now
thank
he
you.
don't want to go no more.
No,
Look
it's
what you
not.
did.
It's super.
That's what Casey go for, dude.
Well, they don't pass
I
that.
got it.
They don't pass that out, but it's just like a good.
Hey, you want to trade?
Good.
I want it.
You can do that. They'll trade with you.
Yeah,
But,
you could trade,
yeah.
bro.
But no, I had so
Ugh.
people go there like in costumes and stuff. dude.
All sweaty. Hey, you can have my bracelet. I don't
Like
want
I had
that.
a little pin, and they had like a leaf, little sprout in a leaf. And I just pinned it on top of my head, just so that people knew like where I was. Like, oh, that little leaf, that's me, you know. And there's also my buddy. He went there. He had you seen Ratatouille, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a little chef cooking on top of his head too, so we can point each other out in the crowd. Cause you get lost. There's a ton of people.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah, for sure.
You get really lost. So we had that plan, and then yeah, dude, it's fun, man.
Do you guys just not have like a meeting point? Hey, we get lost. We meet
Bro,
here.
you get lost in the crowd. Like you get turned around, you don't know who's where.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, that's if you get lost in the crowd. Hey, we get lost. We meet at this stand or this area or this point. Right? You guys
Yeah,
wanna do
but
that?
then like a guy would just like I said, they're enjoying themselves, and then like instead of like again phone calling, if you do get lost, you're like looking for your friends. Dude, I'm telling you, you will know.
Nah,
you'll
that's
know.
not for me.
Yeah.
Let's focus on Nevin, y'all.
Hold up.
I'm trying
to take a break.
I'm
Oh, you
trying
gotta
to
take a break.
encourage
I need to go
Nevin
use
to
the
go.
bathroom.
Man, y'all gotta
I'm
let
trying to encourage
Nevin talk,
Nevin to
bro.
go,
Okay,
man.
okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Making fun of my feels. Man.
God damn, man. Dude. All right, we're back, but dude, some of these stuff, man, it might be on our Patreon, dude. We talking about real shit, you know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, we go hard.
Yeah, we go crazy.
We're
Y'all-
off the record? Yeah.
Off the record stuff, y'all really want to know, dude? Just let me know. Maybe I'll make a Patreon or
Maybe
something.
we could. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I really kind of want to do, to be honest. So
Some-
y'all
some
really
real
know.
stuff, yeah.
But then okay, so we're back, and what I was gonna tell you, you know, he's a DJ, right?
Who?
Oh, I
Or he used to
be.
Nevin?
I
Dude,
used
me
to
too.
wanted to DJ.
Me too.
But I got boring.
In
Fuck,
high
when
school,
you
yeah.
When did you become
When
a
did you
DJ?
No, I never DJ for house parties. I never DJ for like an event or
Yeah,
anything.
okay, that don't count, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not talking
no,
about
no,
that.
but
You
like,
ain't real
just-
DJ.
I'm not talking about
Well,
that.
it's just experiencing and like
Yeah,
actually
cool.
having people listen to your music, you know? Like I think that was good.
Okay, go on, Nevin. Let's talk about your DJ life. My bad, bro.
So yeah, so I started to want to DJ during college because after going to so many Unison Far East events, you know, I'm like, damn, these music are, you know, it's great to vibe to, and you know, I want to play music that I wanna vibe to and have people vibe to too. So then I was like, you know what? Let me buy a board. So I bought a board, a small one, a cheap one. So then the first time I ever DJ was at a college party, you know, and then I was like, hey, let me DJ and invite as many people as you can. And so we did, right? We did it at one of my buddies' dorm because their dorm was bigger. So then
this is back in college. Then.
yeah, back in college. I think
Yeah.
I was like a junior.
Okay.
Junior, yeah. And then yeah, so I was like, fuck it, I'm a DJ. So I just DJ'd for like most of the night. But then like I was so gone, I was drinking so much.
Yeah.
I just gave my friend to take the responsibility. So I let him do it. And then he did it for the rest of the night. I was so gone that night. The next day I thought I lost my laptop and DJ stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what happened was I was DJing and I gave it to my friend, right? And then I was so gone. After the party was done, I packed everything in my backpack. And then we went to my girlfriend's relative's house so I could drop my girlfriend off. I went there. And then I didn't realize that I left my backpack there. So then I went back home. And I woke up the next day. I was like, where the fuck is my laptop and my DJ set?
Yeah.
And then I was calling all my friends from the day before. Hey, where the hell is my laptop? Where's my DJ set? They're like, dude, I don't know. You packed it.
You
Like,
can't be wasted when you're
yeah,
a
I
DJ.
know.
Yeah.
I was like, where is my stuff?
That's the first lesson.
So then I was at home. And I was like, oh, fuck it. So I went all the way back to school to look for my stuff. And they're like, no, it's not here. If it was here, it would have been right here. And then I went back home. I was like, where the fuck is my stuff? So I looked everywhere again. And then I went back to my girlfriend's relatives. And then I looked there. And they're like, yeah, it's right here. I'm like, what the heck? It was here the whole time. That's how gone I was. Yeah.
Damn. So when you guys DJ, do you play songs to like popular songs for crowds that they like?
So
that they like listening to?
You should play a popular songs.
Right. You
But at the same time, you kind of have to be selfish a little bit. You want to play
play
your songs.
your
as
type
well.
of
Yeah.
Yeah,
music.
play your type of
I
genre.
did. But
Yeah.
then everybody was vibing, so that was
Yeah,
was
no,
the
that's
good thing.
That's the main point. Yeah.
Yeah. And then and then I just got a lot of requests, to play like, oh, play this song. I was like, okay, let me download it, play it, and then just let them vibe.
In case y'all know, my boy here, he was out at Far East DJing too. So
Was that Far East?
I swear you were.
No, I was at Doghouse.
a doghouse.
Yeah, Doghouse.
Oh.
That was the
Oh.
first like actual like performing in
Oh,
front
yeah?
of like
in front of
people.
public.
Yeah, public.
But it was a good night though, huh?
For me, it wasn't that much people that came from me.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
then
the
after
thing about bars and everything is more than half of them are drunk. So any music would literally
Even when I perform at Doghouse, I was playing my songs, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
your type of songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a guy came up. He gave me like a $50 bill.
Oh, he liked
He's like,
it.
no.
He was drunk.
Here's what happened. He gave it to me. And he was saying something. I couldn't hear him. So
Yeah, man.
He's like, hey.
Yeah, man.
He was like, hey, can you just play like old school songs or play something else?
Oh,
I'm
damn.
like, what?
Oh,
I was like, and then I was looking at my friend who was helped me DJ too.
Right.
And then he came up, and I heard what the guy said. I was like, you just have to wait for the next guy. So I just kept telling him that to just, hey, wait for the next guy, just go wait. And then my buddy helped me too. Like, yeah, just wait for the next guy.
Right.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, it was a good experience.
How long did you DJ for?
Not that long. I think it was only like a couple months.
Oh yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Really? I
You're-
thought it was like a couple years.
No. I stopped because I was like, this is kind of boring.
Did you ever get the splitting headaches from like focusing really fucking hard on the beat?
Not really. It's more like I'm DJing and my friends are on the dance floor. I was
Oh.
like, damn, I want to be on the dance floor. I
Oh,
don't want to
hey,
be
you
there.
want to have
Yeah,
fun?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
Dude, see,
I don't
then,
want
yeah,
to be,
because
yeah.
you were out of focus.
And also, the music I play is not.
It's not for everybody.
Not for everybody too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think this is my audience. So it's like, I thought about just going somewhere else too, but I've been just not DJing anymore. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I used to get the splitting headaches because I was like focusing so hard on the beat and trying to like hit it up at the right
Nah,
time. you
I
know?
think if people are drinking enough and just having fun, just
Yeah, they
play
just gonna
whatever.
vibe
Yeah,
with
they
it.
just
Oh,
vibe
okay,
with it.
Yeah,
okay,
and that's why I said, like, when at a bar, I don't even think the song matters.
Some
like,
songs, depending.
So,
you know
some
what I mean?
songs,
Yeah.
but I think in general, like maybe just that guy in individual didn't like heavy metal stuff,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
right, and that's why he's like, dude, just change it. But like, out of everybody, he's the only one who came.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like,
Well, yeah,
whatever,
everybody's got
it's
different
music,
tastes and
you know?
stuff, and like it is the vibe and the environment,
Yeah.
and like like I say, it's an art. It's an art,
Yeah.
and it can be interpreted any different way.
Yeah.
Me, even though I'm like, man, why are you playing this? But I'm not gonna go up there and be like, dude, change this. Like.
I mean, like, I'm a type of person that likes the popular songs, but like the old school songs for us.
Yeah,
like,
just kind of like.
Oh, 100%.
that shit always
100%.
vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Because we got nostalgic with it.
Yeah. But I do like I'm not an EDM person. I don't think I am. But then I do like the remix of songs that kind of make it like an EDM.
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. That's how. It wasn't. So back then, from what I know, that's why I like rave music so much, because I did it. I was like fake DJing with my brother-in-law. Yeah. So when he taught me, that's when I started getting to like rave music and stuff.
Now here's the thing too, though. Like, rave comes from techno, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all
So
I
it
wanna
was.
say.
See, EDM wasn't
Yeah.
even a term.
It's obvious, but I'm just saying.
EDM wasn't even a term yet then.
Right, because
Yeah.
that was just the techno.
It was just
shit.
raving techno music.
Like, all I hear is like Initial D. That's it. You get what I'm
Initial
saying?
D?
Bro?
No, because
Like
yeah.
you
That's the
you
music,
know what
yeah.
DD was it Dance Revolution kind of
Oh,
shit?
Yeah, DDR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DDR. Yeah,
those.
that's-
Yeah, they put some, because some pop music was so
Initial
popular.
D.
Some
That's
music.
like-
too.
That's old.
Yeah,
old
some
as
people.
fuck.
That song was so popular
Right,
that people fucking like remix that song all the time.
No.
Especially like Asians and like even like was it Mexicans and stuff, Hispanics. Yeah, Hispanics. They did that, and was it DJ Asto, I think, was the guy. He remixed that music too, and it's on DDR.
Shout out to my DJ buddy Cloud 10 though.
Oh yeah.
He actually wants to make his own music, so
That's what's up.
he's actually taking a break from DJing at these events,
Mm-hmm.
so because he wants to make his own music. So
Ooh.
yeah, he's actually like taking it serious. So
Yeah,
if you
dude.
guys want him as guest, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah,
He's
Hey,
he's literally around this area too.
Okay.
dude. We should shout out Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Oh, I keep saying Jimbo, man. My bad, man.
Jim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, shout him out, man.
And Jim, what up, man? We got another person who's into music, man. Hook you up, bro. Yeah.
Casey needs to talk to you.
he needs help.
He needs help.
I'm cursed.
Oh shit! But what I was gonna say was
Come on, man. Chadi, wait, did you tell him about it?
no, I didn't talk to
Oh.
him, dude. He just got
Why'd
here.
you tell Who would you tell?
I didn't tell nobody.
You told him.
You were talking to us. You were talking to us.
I didn't mention it. He doesn't even know the
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
context.
about it. Okay, we'll talk about it afterwards. Dude. Okay, you good?
I want to know about it now.
No. It's not even out there. No one said nothing. No one said nothing. We just say.
Since we get into that, we should talk about ghost stories.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing I was gonna go to, because like that's
Can't do
another
ghost
like
stories.
that's another segment I
Yeah.
want to start putting, because obviously we're mom and we got some sort of ghost stories.
I probably won't be there for a lot of them. I don't like
Someone
ghost
go
stories.
first.
I don't like ghost stories.
Why?
I wanted you to go first. Bro.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should go.
I've
Um,
explained
What
this
is
to you.
what is your most like
Just tell us. Yeah. Go
like
ahead.
your most
Okay.
shocking kind of like experience where you're like, fuck, like never like not the usual, right? It's just more like it happened to where you're like you couldn't really believe it, but then like you're not scared to.
Okay, the thing is, yes, I'm not really religious and all that. I do, I'm a little bit spiritual, but there's just some things that like, I think you just explained with science. But I guess just one thing that happened to me, I think a couple years ago. So I used back in college, I used to party so much, right? And I would come back home, and then I would like be so tired, and I would like be in deep sleep,
Yeah.
And like so one time I came back home, I was tired as fuck from partying. I came back home, went in bed, and then I started to just fall into deep sleep. And then I started having this, or seeing this, lady with long hair,
Oh yeah.
and she was sitting beside my bed. And then like I don't know, like I felt like when you get like sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. So then I was like, what the heck? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what's happening. And then I was trying to fight it. So I fought it and I woke up. And I was like, man. And I looked at my time. It was like 4 a.m. I was like, man, fucking bother me to wake up this early. So I went back to sleep. Basically, during my college years, I just had a lot of sleep paralysis. But I don't think it's spiritual. I think it's just more like me just being really super tired.
It's one of those things where your body's so exhausted, but your mind's running.
I'm just so exhausted. I come back home and it's like,
Yeah,
just let me sleep.
there's a study on that too, man. But we're college kids, because like it's so intense with like the studying and stuff that their body's exhausted, but their mind's used to like running and studying, so it has a hard time shutting off.
Yeah, so that's
the most you got?
Yeah, that's the most I got, man. Really, just sleep paralysis. And like I was like, this is nothing. This is just me fucking being tired as fuck.
Feel you, bro. I'm just like
So,
that. Like,
and,
it's nothing.
yeah, and like people
Ignore
are like,
it.
oh, dude, it's like probably something. Like you should get it checked. I'm like,
Nah,
it's nothing.
yeah, nah. I get. I feel you on
I
that.
just need to
feel
stop drinking. That's it.
You just need to rest more.
Yeah, I just need to rest more. But then, I do feel it when every time I drink a lot. Like I still kind of do feel like I'm gonna get sleep paralysis, because I know I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get sleep paralysis.
You know
tonight.
why? Constantly thinking it.
No,
manifestation.
No.
You don't believe in
No,
manifestation, bro?
It's because of that. No, I don't believe in
Because when you're constantly thinking about something, it's gonna eventually you're gonna create that in your own mind.
Yeah,
Go to
and
sleep.
it happens.
And it
Manifestation.
happens.
Yeah, manifestation.
Yeah. It's just it happens
Or
No.
because you're like, man, I'm gonna get.
or
No,
you feel it.
no,
You got, yeah, you have the gift, bro.
no.
You can feel it coming. You're like,
It all
knows.
Monster.
Monster. That's what I tell child all the time, dude.
If you of manifestation,
You know the little girl in Monster Inc.
this guy.
But
Okay.
that's okay. But then like is your like parents pretty like traditional?
or old school?
they're like in the middle.
They're in the middle.
They're in the middle.
Sometimes they do stuff
Yeah.
with that. Like
Oh, yeah, it's kinda like us.
Yeah, we have some, shaman stuff.
Yeah.
It's just mostly shaman stuff. But most of the time, it's like for me personally, it's like I don't know. Like this is kind of just. It's just. I could. Maybe you could explain something scientifically.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, are you an atheist, bro?
I'm an agnostic.
Oh,
Was
What
that?
is that?
That's new to me.
That's new
So
to
that
me.
means I'll believe it if you show me the evidence.
Oh.
Oh. Well.
No, you don't want to know.
No,
you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Trust me. I don't want to show no evidence.
I don't want, no one said like.
These things. You guys like no.
No,
We don't want to show evidence. No,
You don't want to
man.
be that, bro. I'm just
Um,
kidding.
The reason why we say don't want to show evidence.
It's a culture
because
thing?
It's not just it's not a culture thing. It's more of a personal experience. It's what you actually went through, like and it's what life changing after that. Like, and it's not that okay. So it could be like same thing with people going to like maybe like church and they believe they go believe in like pray to God and like oh hey like. I want this to change. And the same thing with the alt culture, right? We have the shamans will tell us like, oh, I fixed your life and everything. So it's kind of like the same thing, right? Somebody go and pray to God and then their life changed miraculously. And then go talk to a shaman, it changed their life miraculously too. But
Faith,
it's just,
yeah.
but then
Faith,
it's it's really what you want to, I guess, maybe want to believe in it, maybe like something that changed your life significantly, right? And that's how everybody is. I'm kind of like in your shoes, even knowing that my father is a shaman himself. He always tells me growing up, like I've always experienced like sleep paralysis. I experienced a very many different sleep paralysis, right? Where I hear weird noises, if I actually see figures too, and it's like I always and there's ones where, mainly the common ones is I don't see nothing, but it's like you wake up and you're wide awake, and then you're like, oh shit, it's again, I'm getting it again, like, and you feel this heavy pressure pushing you in your bed, and you feel yourself kind of like sinking into the bed just a little bit, but you feel that like just as though like somebody's sitting on top of you, and you feel you're sinking in a little bit, right? So it's that feeling. And it's the moment you wake up, your eyes just widens, and you're just wide awake. But you're moving like.
But do you have that? You don't have that experience like that though, right?
You haven't had anything like that, right?
Sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
I have.
I mean, sleep paralysis. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that what he's
Well,
explaining.
how I'm
Yeah,
explaining.
no, not like that.
And it's like and there's many times. So there is the one time. So in my old house, right? There's an attic in that one room in the room. In order to go to the attic, it's in that room, but it's locked. So it's always, it has like 3 different locks on it, but nobody goes up there. For some reason, our family don't go up there. If we do, we just throw like extra stuff there, right? But this is one time when my brother got married. He moved out. That room was clean. I'm like, I'm gonna clean this room. You know, I'm like, I don't want to sleep next in that second made living room anymore. So I want to sleep in there. And then, you know, I had a dream where, like, usually that door does, it's locked. It's always locked. It's never open. And then when I slept, but it's kind of like I felt like a presence of someone right behind me. But I'm sleeping this way. But I know that door is right behind me. But I hear that door open. You know, hear the door slowly creaks open. Go. The hero. But yeah, that's probably my scariest thing. The hero. Oh shit.
Yeah.
But
dude, just
when that opens, but when it creaks opens, I can hear it, and I'm just in my mind thinking like, I know that door is shut and it's wherever. Like, so I'm thinking to myself, but I was sleeping sideways when that happened to me, and I'm like, I've never had a sleep paralysis sleeping sideways on my side, and then it kind of like I feel like as if like it put its hand or something on me, and it pushed me, and I feel my body it's like this. It's like
you just sink into the.
It's this part of my body here is sink down first, as if like I'm pushing you.
Oh,
I do this. I'm not. My whole body's not sinking down at the same time.
Just that one part.
It's just that one part is sinking in. I'm just like, what the hell, like,
dude. No matter what position, she wanted to ride you from the side.
And then I'm just like, I was like, oh, what the hell, like this is new, you know, and I could kind of hear it too. But it was making this weird noise. I can't explain the noise, but it was making a noise. I hear it.
Right.
I was kind of like this. I'm trying to see it, because every time it happened, I'm always either trying to break free or I'm like, what's touching me, you know? Yeah. I'm always doing that. But then like I tried to do it to the point where I think I got tired, and I'm just like, fuck it. Then I woke up later. I told my dad my experience. My dad's like, oh, this is exactly what he says. Oh, chimochia. In English, oh, that's nothing, right? Yeah. I grew up him saying that to me, knowing he's a shaman, right? Because every time I go say something, I'm not near that room or anything. I was telling him like, Dad, you know that room that's with the attic? I explained to him the situation. I was like, never had this before. It's weird, right? And then my dad, and then you know what happens? So he always tells me, Chimochia. I'm like, oh, okay. He said there's nothing. Maybe I'm just dreaming. And then, you know, like this one time, I see my dad saying, you know, he was blessing something, and he put a red corn. Mm. You know the red corn that we always have?
Yeah, it's to protect.
It's to protect you from whatever it is.
I bet he was like, don't worry about it.
Well, all right. But I think right? it's
That's
the
what
fact
he said,
that...
Yeah.
No, it's not, don't worry about it. Oh, there's nothing.
Well, it's nothing, because he's like, he knows what it is. But you cannot know.
Child's getting molested every day.
That's what I said. She's riding you from the side, bro.
Your dad's like, Mojo, don't worry about it.
Hey, that's not where it is. Turn me around.
His dad's like,
alright.
Stop raping my son. Stop raping my son.
No, but like again, but it's just growing up.
Corn everywhere.
I kind of was just like you. I didn't really believe anything, but as it was happening to me, I'm just like. And again, maybe I'm just really tired, right? Yeah. I'm just probably tired, and I'm over just thinking. Maybe because the night before that night, I was always, you know, it was me and my friends were talking on the phone. We were talking about scary stories and everything, and then went to sleep. So then that mindset of thinking like, oh, I'm just thinking like scary stuff, right? Yeah. And then that just happened. So I was just like, maybe I was spooking myself. Who knows, right? But then right after I said that, my dad did that. And in that room, I just didn't sleep in the room anymore. I was like, fuck that. Because that was one of the, like, it was like as if, like, you know someone was standing, like, a real person was standing there. Yeah. It was that strong of a person. Like, you know how when someone walks and you can feel that kind of, like, that little wind or that movement? Right. And you're like, fuck, that's someone, you know? Yeah. But I'm just like, nah, I was like, I'm not sleeping in that room anymore. So I just slept in that second made living room.
You know, I understand, but it's just, I don't know. It's your experience, so
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have to have your own personal experience. I'm not saying for you to believe it, but I'm just saying that everybody has their own personal experience. Even till now, I do believe it exists, but if nothing happens to me right now,
if it doesn't
I
happen,
don't care.
If it doesn't happen to you, it's better.
It's even better. You know, I'm just like I'm minding my own business. That's all it is. But I believe it's out there, but it's just you have to encounter it in your own way, or someone that you hold really close to you, really like you hold there, that maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like even in school, like we learn about all this religious stuff too. Because in college we have to take a religious course.
Yeah.
So
Really? Is that required?
for my school at least, because it was a Lutheran school.
Oh.
Oxford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take a religious course. It's more like
Just one class or something?
it can be a Christian course. It can be or like a religious learning course, like you just learn about the religions.
Okay.
So then I took that course. So then when I took that course, like we started talking about like Christianity, Islam, what is it? The Jewish religion. What is it?
Muslim. Well, no.
No. Wait. That
Jewish?
Damn, I forgot. Is it? I think it's Christian, Muslim, and Islam.
Islamic.
All right, cut this. I'm gonna search this right now. I'm gonna search this right now.
Okay.
Have you ever been?
I don't like shit.
Have you ever been?
all of this? But
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Go on.
Have you ever been very like faithful and believe in God and stuff like that?
I did in elementary, but then I stopped. Yeah.
What do you believe in?
I'm
in
agnostic.
general. Just in general.
Seriously,
And that's a yeah.
I'm agnostic.
Same.
I don't believe in it unless you have
it's-
evidence.
right.
But I am a little bit spiritual too. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's like 5% spirituality for me.
yeah.
No,
go ahead, look it up.
I'm gonna just say okay, the Jewish religion, Christian, and
Sure.
Muslim.
Yeah. Sure.
So those are the three main religions that we learn. And I just remember something that like water is a representation of being cleansed, and that's what we learned in all three of those religions. So it's just like okay, you're water. What do we see? What does it mean? Oh, it just means you're being cleansed. You're changing yourself to believe in something. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's just what it means. Especially, oh yeah, we learned about Buddhism.
Oh
Fucking,
yeah,
Buddha,
I love
right?
Buddhism.
Buddha was like lost and whatever, and he went into the river, and he was in the river, and he was just cleansed. So what does that mean? Okay, water just means you're being cleansed. So that's why for Christians they get baptized. It just means you're being cleansed. So I was like, okay, they're just doing this because it's just a representation of them being cleansed.
Dude, I never thought about it before, but like being baptized is kind of like when they when shamans
Yeah, they spit. on
yeah,
you.
and they changed the name. It's kind of it's kind of the same thing because they're it's like a
Right? Is that true?
yeah.
Oh, it's not spit to be
They're
cleansed, but like
thinking
spit to like
dirty. That's
Hey,
what
hold on. No.
They're thinking
No,
dirty.
first of all,
spit on that thing.
no. That remind me. I talked about this.
They're
How my-
thinking dirty.
No, how my fucking grandpa
just-
spit in my face.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just to cleanse that shit. You know what I mean?
No.
I looked at Justin. Shit.
Dude, all the time Justin spit, he was cleansing someone. When
He was
spit on-
cleansing both of
he was
us.
cleansing both of us. Remember? Fucking bitch, dude.
I swear to God, man.
And
No.
also,
Go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, in high school, I took I forgot what class it was, but I was just learning about like different religions too, whatever. And we learned about the Egyptian gods, and one of the Egyptian gods talks about the Egyptians believed that the gods masturbated, and then that's how they created life. So it's like, what the heck? Like, how does that make sense? They just masturbated into the fucking ground, and then boom, humans came.
Sprout.
Yeah, sprout. Yeah. So it's like, what? Even the Hmong origin story, right?
Kind of talks
Like
about
as
that.
a brother and sister, right? You guys know that story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, so
It's
it's
like the Greek.
how does that make
gods,
how does that make
gods.
sense? Like brother and sisters, like you can't do that. Like that's not-
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
exactly Adam
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Eve, and Eve
There's
wasn't even.
There's always those. I think that with religion, it's always correlated like that.
Yeah.
There's similarities between everything.
See,
There's
so
a
it's
lot
like
of
mi-
similarities in.
make
Yeah.
it make,
So then
make it
doesn't
make
that-
sense.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah. But then like again with the similarities, don't you think that's kind of like like there might have been something like that because like how is every religion kind of like the same? They have the same like. And I'm talking about these are continents that haven't never been together for millennia, and they're like separate by ocean and stuff. Yet they have the same belief that like in like I said in Egypt, in the Hmong culture, brother and sister, and like in Adam and Eve, like those kind of things. Like there's something behind it, don't you think?
Anunnakis, dude.
Stop.
Anunnakis,
Stop.
dude.
No.
Anunnakis, dude.
Or no.
He don't want to go there. It's Anunnakis, dude. Aliens.
No.
I believe Anunnakis.
Yep.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
See?
Same here.
No.
Until it's proven, then Nevin would know.
Dude, it's already proven. They already
Anunnakis are real?
yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Freaking.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, yeah.
It could be fake.
The government already said they were real, man. There's life beyond here. Yeah.
Don't be
Like,
Justin
no,
right now.
even
bro.
no,
Don't be
no.
Justin
You
right
know.
now. Don't
okay,
be Justin right
we're
now.
not talking about. We're not talking about like aliens like that look like us. We're talking about like aliens like microscopic organisms that live out in space.
That's okay.
like that's an alien.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I told him.
That's
too.
what he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he believes.
So there is aliens out there, believe it or not.
But that's not Anunnaki though. Anunnaki
Anunnaki
is
is
literally
like-
like.
Well, yeah,
us.
but
Yeah.
I'm saying aliens
100%,
are real.
that's what it
though.
is.
Aliens are real though.
That's what it is.
So like
That's what's
saying
true.
like if we evolve, if scientifically, if we evolve from an organism, right, and this organism out there in space, there must be another one out there.
You're just thinking about evolution.
Scientific? No, yeah, but I'm telling him.
I
Like,
know, but then you thought. I mean, that's
like
what he's down with.
I'm just saying facts, right? So you gotta think.
Well, you're
that
thinking about
but
evolution.
I'm just saying Anunnakis could be. It's possible.
Anunnakis
But
are
it-
fucking
I don't
humans.
know,
not,
man.
Not humans, but they're like a
They're-
humanoid.
They're humanoid. They're made like kind of like believed to be made mixed with whatever race, right? But they're still more humanoid because they still have a somewhat human like figure. Like
Oh, okay.
Skulls
Okay.
and
I thought Anunnaki
just-
just meant like
I
aliens.
just think
and stuff.
that yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But you guys have to have to know. Okay, yeah, sure. There could be life outside of space right now, but at the same time, what we're seeing out of space is not what we're seeing right now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. See. So
yeah,
you know.
but I mean, but like I'm saying, like it's possible. Like, can you accept that? Though?
So-
Like, it is a possibility.
yeah, for sure. If it's
Yeah.
like a small fucking germ or something, you know.
Yeah. but I'm saying like that germ could evolve out there and not here. You know?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like we don't know. 'Cause
Exactly,
What we're
yeah.
seeing out there is 100 million years before already. So
100%.
Speaking about that, I've been so in a rabbit hole with like, I'm not a flat earther,
good.
but they be pulling out a question, make me thinking.
Like what? What's the question?
dude, I swear to
I
God.
wanted to stay on
Yeah,
the
I
faith
wa- I
thing,
wanna
but
say-
okay,
I
let's
wanna
go.
s-
Let's go.
Now we gotta go here. I'll talk to y'all after the pod because I don't want
After
to be
the
a
pod,
flat
after.
earther.
All right,
Okay?
okay, I just want.
But I'm just saying, like they be bringing up questions like,
Okay,
Dude,
what's
don't
the
get us
question?
canceled.
Before, right,
already,
before we
man.
say anything like that, before we say
Whoa,
no,
whoa, whoa,
let's not get into that.
I'm not saying I'm
off
flat.
the record, but
No, just one
No,
question. I
no, we're
wanna
not gonna
know-
do it. No,
because I just want to crack. I just want to crack
talk
a
about
little.
this
I just want to crack a
Guys,
little
you
joke.
guys want to know?
I just want
go
to
ahead.
crack a little
Can't
joke.
crack your
before-
joke.
I just want to crack a little joke because we were talking about religion so much, and I don't know if you're a man of faith, but I've had people come up to me and talk to me about God, right? And they like, and I understand. I totally get it. You know, like belief and stuff. And I can even like we can even get to the spectrum of like protons and stuff like lights. And this goes into it scientifically. But before all that, I want to crack this joke. Is where the hardest shit I ever said to my Christian friend, 'cause he's a Christian boy, grew up Christian all his life, and he says that God tests you, right? And when you pray for like success, He gives you the opportunity. When you pray for strength, He gives you the opportunity, right? And I looked at him, I was like, can you tell him to stop giving me opportunities, dude? I'm not the strongest guy out here, man. like, dude, bro, he wants me to. I'm a good guy, but that dude tests me so much, bro. I'm tired of it, man. That's my only joke. That's my only joke.
Yeah.
But I think it's just religion is just more how people take it. You know?
Yeah.
And
Oh, for
everybody
sure.
Everybody's
It's
just
just-
gonna have their own opinion.
It's
But if you're gonna use the Bible on me, I was like, you gotta be careful because
yes,
and Eve
yes.
and,
I have a bunch of
and all that slavery and all that stuff. Hey, like you gotta just. Relax.
Well, slavery wasn't. I don't think it was in the Bible, was it?
It was, dude.
It was. I
don't
think
know
it was
nothing
like
about
you
Bible, so I'm
you
not
needed
gonna
like
comment on that.
it has slavery in there for somewhere. But
Well, like yes, like from like describing humankind, but like it wasn't part of God's thing to have slavery. You know what I'm saying? The story.
oh, the story it did, but
Yeah.
it wasn't God's. thing.
Yes, that's what I
Okay.
mean,
yeah,
that's
okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, yeah. See what I'm saying?
I'll take that back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, slavery shouldn't be.
But
good,
it shows a lesson, like history. We learn from history. We learn
but
from
we don't
others.
want to be slaves.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
so
okay.
God used it, like it was just a story to show an example of like that's not what God wanted. That's what people interpreted, but that's not what He wanted. It was not the message. You know what I'm saying?
Anunnaki,
But
though.
what about Adam?
Telling
And,
you.
But what about Adam and Eve too? Right? Even in the beginning, like Eve ate
Let me
the
tell you
apple.
about it.
Hey,
Adam and
are you
Eve
are you
again.
the snake? Are you the snake?
Dude, that's been one of my rabbit holes.
All these guys are snakes.
I'm telling you, dude. That's
But,
one-
okay, right? Eve ate the apple
Yeah.
because
The
Satan,
snake.
Lucifer was like, "Hey, if you eat this apple, you know the knowledge of everything."
Yeah.
And God was like, nah, you don't need no shit.
Yeah.
Right? Even God's a jealous God, even though God doesn't want you to act that way. So, yeah, so Eve ate the apple.
By the way, O.T.A. guys.
Out the ass.
Yeah,
O.T.A.
This
guys.
is
Yeah,
OTA.
O.T.A.
Out the
guys.
ass
O.T.A.
stuff, dude.
OTA for the rest, basically the whole podcast.
Yeah. The whole podcast
Oh
is
my
just OTA.
OTA.
So, yeah, God was like, you know what? You ate the apple? All right, fuck it. Woman, you're going to have to fucking bear children. You're going to fucking suffer. That's what he said, right? And you know what? This whole time, I'm not going to help you guys grow food. You're going to have to grow your food for your own self, right? You're going to make the soil bad and everything. So that's what Adam and Eve had to do, right? They had to survive to grow their own food and blah, blah, blah. And
Oh, because Adam ate the apple?
yeah, or Eve ate the apple.
Oh,
Eve
okay.
ate
Yeah,
the
yeah,
apple.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all Anunnakis do. That's Adam and Eve is an experiment to make humankind
So,
to be slaves for the fucking Anunnakis
So it's
as
like-
aliens.
I'm not against religion or anything. It's just,
Oh, for sure. You got an opinion,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You know,
I got
and
an
if
opinion.
we
It's like-
ask for it, this is what we're going to get.
yeah.
It's okay.
Like,
That's
okay,
respect, bro.
it's just be a good person. That's
Yeah.
all I want. That's all I want you to be.
Yeah,
a good
Yeah,
person.
yeah. That's
And
all the Bible.
this is what we talk about. Like, we don't know nothing about the Bible, but it seems like what the
Yeah.
Bible is trying to teach you is to be a good person, right? In overall, right? And that's how we see it. And
That's how a lot of religious.
religions have their
are
own
that.
ways of teaching you like that without like the.
That's the
book
main
or
point.
anything. So
Yeah.
shaman is also the same thing. Every year we get blessed.
Yeah.
You know, our beliefs is that our ancestors that lived before us is to come and bless us, give us, protect us from, bad
Dang,
spirits.
you sound like a
or-
pastor right there. Dude.
you know.
Holy shit. I felt the love of God. Right
Yeah, it is. It's like they talk about like, like every year we cleanse ourselves. It's kind of like
there. Yeah, because the point is, do you
just to get rid of the bad.
Yeah, no, yeah,
spirits.
and it's like it's not about. It's about his teachings, but it's more like, do you get the message?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
It's kind of like that. And then, they
Yeah.
have that 3 day after that. It's kind of like, don't spend money.
Yeah.
So it's more like a mentality thinking.
Yeah,
like,
like do you
learn
understand
how to save money.
the message and
yeah.
his sayings.
I
not-
think it's just that, but most people, they don't
sure.
probably see the message.
Man, we
It's-
got deep
that
on
too.
this one. Man.
Oh, and also I will recommend to people watch Bill Nye the Science Guy versus a guy named Ken. He's a religious guy.
I don't
So-
know what that is. Jordan Peterson's my guy.
No. Oh, not Jordan Peterson. His name is Ken.
I know, but I'm
Ken
saying
something?
Jordan Peterson's my guy. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're
But
talking
yeah,
about.
go ahead.
You say you recommend.
Yeah,
people
watch the debate because
Bill-
I remember the debate
Science
where they
guy.
talk about the Noah's Ark, right? Where they bring all the animals on the boat.
That's a
It doesn't make
spaceship.
sense.
It's a spaceship.
There's some evidence of that too.
It's a
How's
spaceship.
how's it evidence?
But
But
no,
if, they
not
have,
about Noah's Ark, but the Great Flood.
if they had the Great Flood, if they brought every animal on board, wouldn't there be
They
so
say
the
that-
kangaroos, right?
Yeah, they say like the Great Flood happened before, because evolution is real. But the Great Flood happened before. Well, I can't just boldly. It's a bold ass statement. But,
OTA.
yeah, but like
OTA.
so before the Ice Age there was the flood,
Uh-huh.
and you're like,
There's the higher dryas and the lower dryas.
yeah,
So the lower dry, that's the floods. Those are
Yeah,
the two floods.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But then for me, like the Noah's Ark, dude, man, it was just
It's
a spaceship.
yeah.
I
It's
agree.
not a spaceship. You guys stop.
See, then we
Stop.
talk about
Let me-
like,
let
see,
me
like
stop.
talking
Stop.
about like that,
Stop.
like Pangea, bro.
Y'all don't believe me? I'm telling y'all, dude.
Spaceship.
Dude, how you gonna get all the animals around the whole fucking world in one
Pangea.
fucking boat?
But
Can't
but
build
it
a
was
boat big
Noah.
enough for that.
It was Noah's job to build a boat. So
Who the fuck is Noah? That's what I'm saying, too.
it was God's plan to have him build the boat, right?
Man, nah, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Ain't no one
He said,
man-
"Hey,
ain't
build
no
this
one
boat
man
because
that
something's
could-
gonna happen."
Ain't no one man that can
And
get
how can
all
he
the
build that
animals.
boat within like
Exactly.
I don't know, a month or something?
Right. And how big is that boat
That
to
boat's
store
big.
the whole
Have
world
you
of animals?
have you read the Bible? I
have not read the Bible.
I don't
but
know about Noah's
a
Ark story.
spaceship.
I don't know how he built it. I think
He's
maybe the animals. I don't know.
he's a
but-
carpenter. He just built it because he
I haven't
had
read the
a
Bible.
the
For
first
okay,
carpentry.
I'll admit I haven't read the
No,
Bible,
no.
but for sure it's like the story is kind of well known. They made a comedy movie about it, too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I love
for-
that one.
yeah, that one,
Evan
yeah.
Almighty.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, Evan
That's a
Almighty.
good one.
Yeah.
So it's just like that. Like God told him to build a boat or something.
And then he just had to do
Yeah.
it, and then he started doing it because there's
Oh. I got one more story from the Bible.
yeah.
Right? Abraham and Isaac, right? Abraham's the dad, Isaac's the son,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
God told Abraham, hey, if you love me, you would sacrifice your son for me. Right?
Yeah.
And then so Abraham was like thinking about it. He's like, man, I don't know if I should do this. He's like thinking about it, like, fuck, should I do this? I don't know. I love God, but I don't want to sacrifice my son. So then he brought his son to, like a rock out in the mountain, right? He's like, hey, Isaac, just stay there, lay down. I gotta do what I gotta do. And then Abraham was gonna sacrifice his son, but then in the Christian Bible, it was an angel that stopped him. He was like, "Hey, stop! You don't sacrifice your son. God already knows you love him a lot already. Don't do it." Right? And then he stopped.
I like that version.
In the Jewish Bible, it was a goat. Right? He saw Abraham saw a goat. He's like, "Oh my God!"
Don't do
He's
it.
like, "Oh, it's a sign. I should not sacrifice my son." So then he stopped. So
bro, that sounds like some devil.
that's what I learned in college.
That sounds like some devil stuff, bro.
Because
God don't ask for you to sacrifice things.
Yeah.
He asks for self-sacrifice.
and my professor was
Mind
like,
blowing.
my professor was like, hey, there's this book about schizophrenia and religion. Like how does that relate? And maybe Abraham had schizophrenia, and he was gonna sacrifice his son for God. So then that got me thinking too. I was like, oh, like it could be mental illness back in the day, and people didn't know.
They just didn't have it, and they just didn't know at that
they
time.
didn't know.
Oh, shit,
And,
okay.
so see, so there's different stories and different meanings. So it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what's real. So,
Like we even have
Alright.
people that has stories like that where they kill their own family members, and like, oh, because like
The
those
Munya
voices-
stuff.
oh,
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's voices inside my head that's telling me to do this, right? But then it's kind of like people would determine them as they have mental illness. Oh, they just have mental illness, and then sometimes they come to where they don't recollect what they did. They're like, I don't remember doing that.
They
Like,
got monster, dude.
yeah, it's so there's a story about this little girl. But God, I still think that she just did out of her own evilness. But then she talks. So when when she came back from school, her mom saw that she was gonna. She had marijuana. She was hiding from her mom. So her mom came back. She was a teacher. They came back home together, and then she knew that her mom found it. So she went to her mom's room to go grab her revolver, right? She came back with behind her back, and it's like a home camera. She went to the mom's room and shot her mom 3 times.
Bop,
Yeah,
bop, bop,
3 times,
bop.
and then she covered her mom's face with a towel or something because she shot her mom under the neck or through the head.
Okay.
So she covered it with a towel, right? And she put her mom's arm crossed like this, right? And then she called her stepdad. Well, she texted her stepdad through her mom's phone, like, "Hey, honey, when you coming home?" type of thing. "Oh, I'm gonna be home at this time." She okay. She waited for him to get home, ambushed him, but he survived. But then when she fled, when they caught her, I don't know if it was just all act, but she said she doesn't recollect any of all that happened.
Monster. Don't
But
possess,
the
huh?
thing, but the thing is, she called her friend over. Her friend came. She's like, "You want to see something? You want to see a dead body?" And the friend's like, "The fuck?" And she took her friend to go see the dead body, and it was her mom. She's like, "Yeah, that's my mom." It was like you put the towel
Okay,
over.
that sounds like mental illness.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And so that's what her defense attorney was talking about, that she had mental illness because she was going through therapy already. She was going to
For sure,
therapy.
her ass should have went to jail, but that's mental illness.
She did go to jail.
Okay, great.
Because the judge was like, "No, that's just plain evil."
Yeah.
like she plotted it.
Yeah.
How I
Planned
took
it
the
out.
whole, how I
Malicious.
took it. She plotted it because for one, if she just shot her mother, that's fine. But she planned to shoot her stepfather.
Which begs the question, bro. Do you think people are born evil?
See,
No, that's not a thing.
No?
people are not born evil.
You think it's like taught?
It's taught.
I think it
Evil
is
is taught.
taught. Because it's her. So the girl I'm explaining, she loved her mother, but it's like at the end of the day, her biological father and her mother, they were constantly fighting and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, and then she was reading something that being evil is good.
Context. Yeah.
So she was taught that someone, I forgot, she was saying she read something where it says being evil is good. Something like that. And that's why I think she took that into consideration, that, evil, she was never born evil. She thought that if I being evil, it's good. But that it's in general, common sense, it's not good, right? Like,
Okay.
who in the right mind would shoot their own family member?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But then
But that is mental illness.
here's the thing. We got so off topic. We were just talking about Ghost Story. We were just talking about Ghost Story.
And then we talk about not mental
We got
stuff.
religion. We got religious as fuck. So Nevin said his part. You got anything new?
What?
Any ghost story new? Any new ghost story?
No, I haven't had any experience.
I think you did tell me something, but I can't remember.
What story?
How come I draw?
Yeah, all that. That's
I know, but then you had one that was like out of the blue was on,
one out of the blue. I'm trying to think.
and then you kind of tell me like, damn, that was weird because
Oh, it's the one with my So okay. In my room, my cousin, they're my nephews, but they're same age as me, a little bit older.
and we're gonna have to wrap this up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a bit too.
So
but
they're,
yeah.
they're the same age as me. They came from Cali. We took them out. We were hanging out throughout the weekend and everything. I don't know what he had on him, but it's like he slept on the floor, right? His was worse than mine that I experienced, the one that I experienced at my old house. This is my new house that I'm living at right now, and he slept on the because I made kind of like a little bed memory foam on the floor for them, and they went home already. I got lazy. I didn't want to clean that up, and I'm just like, oh, I'm very tired. That memory foam looks pretty comfy, so I laid on it. I was like, oh shit, it's comfy. So I knocked out, and again, this was from my side because I was sleeping just aside like this. I'm like, I'm sleeping. I was too tired. I knocked out, and it didn't directly talk to me, but it was saying it's kind of like it was some weird, like it's kind of like you could just say another weird language, right? It was like a weird language, and I heard it, but I'm just like, it's like when somebody's speaking a different language, you just don't know what they're saying, but it's just kind of like that. Was what I took that as, and that was just for a little bit. And that was during broad daylight too. That was during broad daylight. Like I just took a nap, and that was like out of the blue, and it happened. And then it was saying something, but then like it was a little. It's like it was. Its presence was a lot more like kind of like really like it's worse than what I felt. Where like I feel like it's I guess you could say kind of evil or something more like it has a really bad intention type of thing.
Sinister is the word.
Sinister. There you go. Yeah, it has like a sinister like,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, but then like I'm just like I was scared. That I wasn't too scared, but that time, for some reason, I didn't think where I'm usually like trying to break out and trying to see what it is. But I'm just more like, what? I was like really shocked. I'm like, what the hell did I just experience? And then when I woke up, it was only a couple hours after, and I'm just like, what the hell? And it was really out of the blue, and I'm just like, okay, I know I didn't just dream that. There's no way, right? Like, yeah, I probably could have been tired, but at the end of the day, that's different. Like, that's the most. It's just where like how even when you wake up and you feel like you dream, and it's like, okay, I know something had to happen or something weird happened. So I told my dad about it. So my dad, yeah, again, yeah,
Don't worry about it. Also, he started hanging corn all over your room and shit. Yo.
2 corns this time.
Okay, see,
Stop raping my.
And so, have you guys heard the story about Hmong people? So, I forgot what this movie was, but it's about you dying in your sleep. Like, it's this sleep monster that kills you.
fucking-
What's it called again?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
No.
That's a Freddy
that is
Krueger.
based
That's
on-
what
it
it is.
It is based. So, Freddy Krueger's story was based off of Hmong people.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I'm talking about this is a different movie where this guy actually mentioned Hmong people in it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Where he was so people thought that he was just like he was crazy because they said that when you don't sleep your mind is like it goes crazy, and he's like, no, you guys gotta believe me. He said if I fall asleep I'm dead because I've been marked. I'm dead if I sleep. And he's all like, explain this. How does Hmong people, like all these Hmong people in the jungle, how did they all die in their sleep? And he literally mentioned Hmong people. I'm like, huh. this is the first time I hear somebody mention about Hmong people about the jungle. But like, there is a story about Hmong people. A lot like Hmong people die in their sleep. And I asked my dad that. I was like, yeah, like there's stories about that. But he's like, there's too many stories, so it's hard to believe.
What movie is it?
I forgot what it's called. It was on Netflix last time, but I don't know if it's there anymore.
Dr. Sleep?
No, it's a movie where this lady didn't believe it either. Where I think I forgot who she was. She's looking to it. She's looking to why patients are dying in their sleep, right? So she didn't believe it, and it's more of a sleep paralysis. It's you go through the first stage of you see it when you're in sleep paralysis. You don't move. It sees you and you can see it and it looks at you, and then when it marks you, it comes closer.
What color was Freddy Krueger's shirt? Was it red and
Red and
It was
black.
like red and black.
Red and
Like
black
the stripe.
Yeah, red and black stripes.
Oh,
Green.
Red
and
That
green.
has a hell of a
Was
Was it red and green?
Red and green.
Yeah, it's red and
Was it
green.
red and green? Oh,
It's
yeah,
either
yeah.
red and green or
Red
red
and green
black.
or red and black.
I
One of
was
the two.
obsessed with horror movies when I was
were you?
little.
But Freddy Krueger, it was based off of a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of the
100%.
there was stories about it, and my dad said it's hard to tell because there's too many people have too many stories about that.
yeah.
Where they're like too many theories.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
We don't actually know the real story.
Yeah.
But it could just be that they were because they were running from the war.
Yeah.
They're sick. They're hurt. They're injured.
Right.
They died, of course, in their sleep. But there's too many stories about it.
Did you have any stories?
About
Lately?
Yeah.
Scary?
No. I've been so busy with everything. I haven't even thought about it.
that scary story, Bill. Bill's.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. There's only like one story I had recently where like, and a lot of my stuff is like dream stuff, because I'm a dreamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a
But-
whole everybody's having dreams.
Right.
I'm a dreamer too.
But I think his dreams are different.
My dreams be fucking weird. Because this is one time I had a dream about like fucking going to like an old house of mine. And for one I can remember, I went to the house.
Was it the attic one?
No, it wasn't that
Okay.
one. I went to the house and supposedly it was just my house. It didn't even look like a house I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was like, it might have not even been my house. It might have been like my mom's house or some shit like that, right? But then there was people in there. There was people in there. I went in there, and then the people went and go check out the place. And dude, my dreams are fucking weird, dude. Like, I be dreaming about the same basement every other dream or some shit like that. And it'd be like, I know that corner is fucking haunted. Or like, is the basement like here?
Yeah.
But there's like another downstairs.
Oh, it's like another
Yeah,
layer.
it's fucking
Damn.
weird like that, you know. And this dream, I went to this house, and then all of a sudden, like, the people there, they were like, tell me to wait here, and they gotta go check out the place, whatever, blah blah blah, right? They come back to me, and they're like, yeah, man, it's either you fucking take your family and leave, or you stay here and you're gonna get the consequence, I'll remember my conversation with this person.
It's kind of like if you trespass in my area, this is what's gonna happen, type of thing, right?
Maybe, I don't know. But the next part that fucking never happened to me before, in that dream, like, I think I just kind of said, like, fuck it, whatever, I don't care, it's my place, some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, because I said that, I kind of like say, like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Don't y'all say, like, next thing you know, like, something creepy came up, right? I mean, I didn't see it,
But you felt that presence.
but this is the first dream that I feel like it was like, when it touched me, I feel like I got shocked.
it was
in my
more
dream.
than just a dream.
It was
at that
more than
point.
just a dream.
Yeah.
Like, I literally got shocked and
It
shit.
touched
Like,
my heart, my soul.
just,
I'm just kidding.
just,
Dude,
Touched him.
hey, yo, hey. No, but it was weird. It was kind of like I said, like a shock. Like when you get shocked and shit, And it was in my dream though. It wasn't like
physical person.
I woke up. It's not like I woke up and I felt that shit. In the dream, I felt it, and it was like intense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? That was like the weird shit.
See, it's just dreams. It's just dreams.
But have you?
Like my dad said, do you want your bush one?
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably what it is. Nothing.
You just think too much.
But that was like probably the last weirdest shit that happened to me, dude.
Well, anything weird happened?
Any
Like
weird?
like after that dream? Anything weird?
No.
Damn bush one, you want you?
No.
But
But-
my dad taught me. I'm teaching my kids that.
But
too.
it's one of those things like in the dream, you don't, like, when you swing punches, you can't hit nothing, right?
Yep.
Well, my hands don't work like it's supposed to, but yeah.
But then in that dream, I felt something. Is
And
what I'm
my
saying.
guns don't work like it's supposed to in the dream too.
You got weak ass gun. What kind of gun would you holding?
I don't know, just a gun. I was
Exactly,
trying to
dude.
shoot
Some
it. It
bootleg
just said
ass
clap,
shit.
clap. And I was shooting some fake bullets.
If it
too.
went clack clack, yeah, that's a fucking whack ass gun.
Yeah, it is.
Stupid.
But anyways.
All right.
We gotta end this. You guys got any last things to talk about? Let's we're gonna end this. So see if you guys got anything you guys wanna say real quick before
We didn't get to you. How catch up with you? We didn't do yours.
all catching up with me.
Yeah.
I didn't do much. I mean, like I just I took the last time we had episodes since March with Jim's Sun and Moon, and since then, I just went take photos at Unison, Spring Invasion, Spring Festival, Sons of No Town. They were there for Spring Festival. That was the one event that I actually got to stay when Sons of No Town they were in town.
Yeah.
And they were performing because the last one I had to leave early, remember?
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. And then the Spring Invasion with Def Rhyme. Def Rhyme is like one of my favorite artists too. They came out.
Yep.
And that was real cool. Got to know him. Yo, when Def Rhyme, after the event, right? I saw that like on his page. I'm just saying. On his page, he was only following 100 people, right? And then when there's only like a limited amount, like 10, 15, 20, there's, it was only 100.
Yeah.
I was saying 101, Vinny's images. I was like, whoa,
Hey.
I broke something. I was just saying to myself.
Famous.
Right?
You're famous.
But no, that was pretty
You can
cool.
brag about it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then that's pretty much it for highlight wise. I mean, other than that, then I'm just, me and the kids. My kids going to do sports. My son's gonna do soccer. My daughter's gonna do gymnastics. We plan to go fishing. I haven't fished for years, so my son's been bugging me about fishing. That's about it. That's pretty much caught up. That's really what I just been doing. Other than that, just work and stay home, dude. I don't do too much else besides like see y'all. That's it. At least try to.
Hey, why are you looking at me? What the hell?
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, no. We gotta wrap this up. It's about 2 hours already. So, yeah,
It's gonna be 2 episodes, huh?
no, it'd probably be just one whole
damn.
episode. Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long ass episode. So
A long edit.
it'd be good. But
Yeah. Good luck with that. With the edit.
But yeah,
Editor.
Cut out that shit too. Don't forget to cut out the stuff.
I'll try to cut out some stuff. There's some stuff I do like but you know what I mean.
Just for us.
Yeah, that's 2. You missed it, but then yeah. So I guess that's pretty much for this episode. The other thing that I want to say is that we do got an event coming up. We're not gonna talk about it yet because we're still in the works for it.
Just know it's coming.
It's coming though. There's something for like events, content creators and stuff. Our annual stuff. I'll just say that. Our annual event, that's coming up. So if y'all interested, just stay tuned. The other thing is soccer tournament. I'm gonna take photos out in soccer tournament. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. Other than that, this is the new podcast member, Nevin. Oh yeah, I got this too for you, dude.
Oh, I got a gift. Oh man.
Yeah. So since you part of Pod now, dude. Right
Oh, I got the shirt.
Yeah. Welcome
got
to the
the
team,
shirt
bro.
right here.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yup.
Represented now.
Hell yeah. Now he's
Hey,
part of the Reminisce
sorry
Podcast.
sorry to my buddy, but this is where I am now.
Hey, shout out you though, bro. Shout out Mojo, dude. But yeah, man, it's the new homie, the new podcast member. Y'all gonna see him more. Nevin, he'll be out here. He'll change up like the conversation here and there for us and make it more interesting. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Unless y'all got anything else.
Yeah.
No. Oh, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it, and I'm glad I chose to be
Oh,
on this.
yeah.
Shy.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
know.
Hey, man, appreciate it.
Of course.
No, thank you for even coming on the podcast, even considering us to be on the you want to be on the podcast. It was like I said, to me it was flattering. I was like, what the fuck? why the fuck he want to join us? Like, we talk so much BS, you know what I mean?
We're just
Like,
BS most of the time.
yeah, this dude got master degree. Like, that's why I keep bragging to
Oh,
the
yo,
guys, you know what I
fuck.
mean?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yo,
yeah. Go
Molo.
ahead.
Master degree, but not in drinking.
Yeah.
You need master degree in drinking.
No, but 100%, dude. Like, for me personally, Nevin, like, dude, I think you a smart kid. I think you got a lot going on for you.
You have a bright future, man.
You got a bright future. You know, just kicking it with us. Like, I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy just like your journey, just hanging out with us on the podcast and shit.
For sure.
Hey, man,
Cheers
cheers
to
to that, bro.
Cheers.
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 I ain't slamming it though.
Yeah, I'm not slamming it too. All right. Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Come reminisce with us on the next episode. G.
Success.